Start off with some early product placement. Hey, Billa, how are you doing? How have you been? Tell me about your life. Already shilling. When is A&W gonna come through with that sponsorship? I've been mugging this mug for months. Well, I'm hoping the stream doesn't cut out because it's storming wildly here. It is a hell of a storm. Why is this still open? That looks terrible. I had no plans, so I booted up Arrival by who is it? Pavera and 8079. And we'll check this out. It's 10 maps. And then I think a secret map as well. Everything's fine with you. You're grinding E3M8 along with another runner. Arrive up. Oh, you played Arrival? Right on. Hopefully it's good. I guess we could just dive right in. E3M8, like the Spider Mastermind first appearance? Is there much to do in that speedrun? Tell me about that. Oh wow, look at all this. Look at all this going on here. Ooh. It's a terrible map. Yeah, it seems like a terrible map. I love that they made the BFG, and then they made the Spider Mastermind, and one just completely invalidates the other, and they put them in the same game. It's a strange choice of design. The execution is actually pretty hard. You have to open a door between rocks with any delay. Oh man. I guess, whoops. Probably gonna die here. I guess, Any of the classic levels have probably been ground down to such a fine paste that if you're not executing everything perfectly, you're not gonna save that single frame that you need to save to get the record. Unless there are a few left that everyone hates and so no one really did efficiently. I don't know much about it, but I would be cautious myself. It's a lot of gunners. Man. I haven't played Doom since you would have last watched me play Doom, so it's been a while. Plus, for a good time, you need ridiculous luck. You ran simulations, and you'll get your goal 1 out of 600 good attempts. So 1 in 600 is the luck, and then you have to also play perfectly to lock it in. It's crazy. Craziness. Would records aren't as scary as you thought. This one isn't so bad despite being a boss level. Whoop! Kill that guy. I see a berserk I don't need yet. There's 305 enemies in this map. Waste abandonment. I think this WOD's like organized by days, right? So a couple maps are like day 1, and then a couple are day 2. I don't understand what I'm doing here. Other than that button that I haven't hit for no reason. Alright, we'll hit the button. Oh, it feels weird. It just feels weird to be playing Doom. What? On top of being just devastatingly busy for the last, it turns out, month, which I can't believe. Oh, that's a secret. I told a buddy that if he wrote a whole movie by the 19th, I would also write a whole movie by the 19th. And then I procrastinated a lot. And also was busy and had to write the entire film in like 4 days. And I did not succeed. But I got about halfway done. So we'll head back in. Man, are these the first non-gunner monsters? It's just a bunch of ribs. It's crazy. But I'm feeling really good about the concept of the script, so I'll probably sit back down with it. Hey, Byfire! Happy Wednesday to you as well. And finish it up, and maybe I'll pop it in a competition or something next year when it's a little less terrible. But man, it was a stressful 4 days just trying to get anything done. I don't have a rocket launcher yet, do I? I don't. Oh, it's right there. Is that a rad suit? Feels like no. Weird. Very strange. Okay. I hear lots of cool dudes. How do you play Doom again? Ooh. Actually, let's go chain gun. Why did I pull this out? We're fine. Never punished. You're not allowed to die in map 1. It's a house rule. Okay, I think that's it. We'll just make sure we grab these rockets, I guess. And this ammo. Heal up a little bit. Why is this floor so damaging? You've heard of movies that were rushed into production, but not half a movie written in half a week? Yeah, no, it's crazy. It's not supposed to be possible. That David Ayer, I think. Oh, hey, PJ. How you doing? I think his name's David Ayer. He's the guy who wrote Suicide Squad, and he famously wrote it in 6 weeks, and then it was terrible. And everyone was like, what did you expect? You can't write a movie in 6 weeks. But on the other hand, Whedon and someone else wrote Cabin in the Woods in like 1 weekend. And that movie's pretty good. I like Cabin in the Woods a lot. But you never know, like, when they say they wrote it in a weekend, do they mean the first draft, or do they mean it was done? There's no way it was done. You can't write a movie that solid in 1 weekend. I refuse to believe it. Although a playwright buddy of mine who's just stupidly talented wrote his first play ever in 1 night, because there was a competition he wanted to enter, and he'd never written a play before, and he thought, you know, how hard could it be? I'll write one. So he wrote a play just overnight, submitted it, and won the competition. But other than him, you can't do it. Hey, Tatami, how are you doing? Thank you. Yeah, I didn't realize I was gone for so long. I logged on to Twitch the other day to download one of my VODs so I could use it, use something from it in a How to Doom that I'm still working on, Jesus. And there was no VOD because it had been more than 14 days. And I was in shock. Whoa. It's like speed mapping sometimes. Spontaneity works out really well. Yeah, I guess, yeah, it kind of depends what you're writing, but it just, I don't know. It's tough. There's so many questions you have to answer with any script that you're writing, and I can't imagine having all the answers in that first night. Characters, motivations, what happens in the story. Oops, what's it all about? You got genre concerns. He's the Mozart of writing plays. He is amazing. He's actually amazing. I found online articles about that guy and his playwriting, and it's like funny stuff. Like, if you're a young playwright and you're considering entering into a competition and you see, and then it's my buddy's name, has entered it, you should give up. Because he's going to win. And it's funny, but he's super modest about it, but he's just... You can ask anybody who knows his work and they'll tell you that he's nuts talented. He's judged for the Governor General's Award a few times for playwriting. But I maintain that other than him, it can't be done. Been too long, how am I? Thanks, PJ. I've just been way too busy. Way too busy, a little stressed, but in otherwise good spirits. And it just feels good to be playing a little Doom. You know, you gotta find time to do what you enjoy. And as much as I like writing, I don't like writing a whole movie in 4 days. Woo! We're not even halfway through the enemy count yet. This is a massive level. Massive level! So Tommy, good to hear you doing well as well. I almost just ran off there. Yeah, this map is pretty good so far. Although I'm a little confused because I've used the red key already, right? Or maybe I haven't. Maybe we're running back with the red key now. And maybe I was too slow and I should have some rad suit left. Could be on me. Could be my fault. Where was that red key door? Have I hit this button? I haven't. Whoops! That was almost a quick death. Ba-da-da-da. You know what sucks is it's been so long now of not working on that How to Doom video that I just know the second I sit down with it, I'm gonna start the whole thing over. Enough time has passed that I'll be unhappy with whatever I have, and I'll be like, nah, I gotta start from scratch. And then it'll take a long time again. But sometimes that's half the fun. It'll come out eventually, and then I'll be temporarily happy with it. Until 2 weeks go by, and then I'll watch it again. I'll be like, man, what was I thinking? This could be better. Since you mentioned VODs expiring, does that apply to playthroughs as well for YouTube viewers? Everything previous I should have already downloaded. I'm just not sure I'm gonna upload it. But like Bodhi I've got, Down the Drain I've got, All the Overboard stuff, it's already downloaded, so that should be safe. It's just whether or not I'm gonna ever get around to uploading it. It's just, I can't believe I'm saying it, but it's such a huge time commitment. I just can't, I can't imagine finding the time to keep doing that consistently. Well, we'll see. Life, the busyness comes and goes in waves, right? We're on a tricky video as well. Inspiration can be hard. Yeah, it's the inspiration and the motivation that comes with it is so fickle. Right? If you're relying on that to get something done, and I make that mistake all the time, then it just doesn't get done. Hey, Fat Shark, I don't believe I've seen you around before. I haven't. You really enjoyed this WOD? That's good to hear. Yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. And welcome. Thanks for coming by. You know, you mention every time you're here, but it's like to see the owl headband. Yeah, I wore it in case her neck comes by, because her neck's always asking me to put on the owls. Oh, I see that open to this, so now I can go around here. And I'll be honest with you, it just depends how greasy I'm feeling and if I need to put the old do-rag on. Whoop! You were doing 3 megawatts a week and uploading 1 map a day. It just doesn't add up. Yeah, I'll never keep up with it. And it's a weird thing because, like, I love playing it. I mean, playing Doom's one of my favorite things to do ever. Playing it on stream, people come by to chat, even better. And, you know, the anxiety is a cost, but it's worth it. I love that. But the dog shit editing, rendering, uploading, thumbnail creation, I just can't stand. I don't enjoy it. If I could do it in like 5 minutes, then it would be fine. But the fact that it takes like hours to do, yeah, I don't know. So I'm thinking, I know I keep talking about this like it's in the works, whereas I should have decided like a month ago. But I'm thinking just what I'll start doing is my regular streams, and then the VOD's up for 2 weeks. Some people hire outside editors. Yeah, if I ever have money, have you guys heard of money? If I ever have any of that, that's totally something I would do. But in the meantime, I think, yeah, the VOD goes up for 2 weeks. So anybody who likes the playthroughs and can't catch it live, they can just watch the VOD on Twitch. Plenty of time to keep up with that. And then I'll just save the YouTube channel for the more in-depth stuff that I know it's been so long, but I would like to do more consistently. I have a bunch of video ideas I'd like to do. What's up, money? Hey, Pocky, I am. I'm finally back. Finally back. I will always return. But yeah, I so far still naively believe that if I just focus the upload time on the how-to Doom and the other fun stuff I want to do, that I'll be able to do it more consistently and like get out 1 a month, you know? You can stop crying. It's good to know I'm at least worth it at least as much to you as Spilt Milk, which is fantastic to hear. What did I get for doing this? These are open now. Wasn't I here before? No, I couldn't get in here before. Oh no, that was my chance to get the plasma gun. Not even punished, we're fine. Blue key, and I hear an Archie. Let's pop in a save. This isn't feeling like something I need to single segment for clout. Something's behind me. Oh my god, that's one of our trials. Oh, there's one back here too. Okay. It's 2. I do have... Oh, not a lot of rockets. Thought I'd have more rockets than that. This is definitely the plasma section. Oh boy. The video creator, yeah, the crying doesn't make as much sense. Everyone needs a good cry from time to time. So I wouldn't be judging anybody for that. Are we alright? I hear another one. I feel like I hear another vial. I think the inequality is strict, so bad not streaming strictly worse than spilt milk. God, I'm so flattered by that. Infinitely flattered. Hey Phantom, so bad, just finished Dreamcatcher Apparatus after watching you play. Oh nice, did you like it? I really liked Dreamcatcher Apparatus, that was a ton of fun. Super well done. We got a blue key for that. I forgot how much it is to juggle playing this and keeping the conversation going. I'm an inspiration, because I'm better than spilt milk. We can all aspire to be just slightly better than spilt milk. Those are some quick acid ticks. I don't know why I picked that up. I think I just wanted to see if it was a secret. You'd spill a lot of milk, not for so bad, but because you're terribly clumsy. Oh, man. Do you ever, like, just get a little too clumsy and start worrying you have a brain tumor or something? I drop stuff all the time. But I have weak, crappy hands from, like, arthritis pain and laziness. I'm always picking something up as gingerly as I can. Actually, one time I was holding a DVD case in my hand, and somebody dropped a CD case on top of it from, like, this high up. Just like, can I have that? And they're like, yeah, and they just drop it on the DVD case, and they both spilled out of my hand. Because I wasn't holding the DVD case firmly enough to handle the weight of the incoming CD. Oh, this and other embarrassing things will be in my book. Did I cut? This is through the blue key door, right? Yeah, it is. Okay. So I guess we're just jumping across here. Wild stuff. But yeah, eventually I'm gonna get this How to Doom done. I've discovered that it's part of like a 6-part series, so I'm gonna have to keep up with all that. And I think I'm gonna genuinely have a good time doing it. And then there's, yeah, I'd like to make a video on that map that I was making for A1s. And there's some other just kind of game design stuff I'd like to do. Maybe they drop Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness CD on these. That's like 14 CDs. That's, I think they spell melancholy differently though, right? It's like MELLONCOLLE or something. If that's Smashing Pumpkins, right? Those little, that little gateway was also damaging floor. I thought I could safely hang out on top of it, but I couldn't. There's more health. Can I make it? Is it worth it to grab this health? Yes. Was. Maybe. Yeah, that looks right. I think that's it. Melancholy. That's a good album. What? Oh! I work with some people that had some pretty strong negative opinions about Smashing Pumpkins, but I'm a pretty big fan. I feel like I'm not using shells ever, and I could be. Nice. What did I just say about using some shells? Who's picking me? I feel like... Are they seeing my forehead over this? They must be. Okay, more cells, more ammo. This is great. Is this all stock textures too? It feels like it is. Maybe the skybox is different. I can't remember. But definitely some stock textures. And it looks good despite. They can see the completely inconspicuous owl bandana poking up above the rocks. What is that? I don't think they could miss your forehead from orbit. I do have a famously large forehead. Ooh. It kind of extends up into most of my scalp, so fair play as far as forehead targeting goes. I think this is the last little stretch, so we'll bring out the plasma. Just an embarrassment of extra ammo. 12 more guys, unless they're all cyber demons. I think I really used the plasma inefficiently here. And 3 secrets we're missing. Oh, hold on, something's happening. Someone, nope, I thought someone was closer. But they weren't. Oh, I found out Marvel Snap goes public on, I think, October 18th. So I'm pretty excited to give that a try. I frequently said that I love card games, but I don't think I've ever played one I like. So, you know, I just keep holding out hope that the next card game I try will be the one I like. Sucks. Oh, I got stuck on one of the plants. Where was my last save? Oh, that's not too bad. Now we know we can just use plasma here. Oh, and we got a ton of rockets too that we didn't use. Oh! No Magic the Gathering love. I respect Magic the Gathering, absolutely, but it definitely shows its age. Right? It was the first one. and they made some design concessions, some experiments, right? And it doesn't work. You know, it was a good try, but like if a modern game came out and its mana system were like Magic, and it happens, they still do it, you'd be like, why is this way? This game, sometimes you just sit down to play the game and you can't even play it because you get mana flooded or something. And I mean, maybe that's a nitpick, but I feel like if some percentage of the time your game actually doesn't function, then you've got serious problems. Without holding that against Magic at all, because they've got to try something, and there's nobody to base the design off of. But when you never draw the mana you need, or you draw nothing but mana, and you don't get any cards you need, it just feels bad, right? So it's a neat idea to make the mana system built right into the cards you're putting in your deck. But in practice, it just doesn't function very well. So I have a hard time playing a lot of it. Or games that are based on that, like Eternal. It's because I start getting frustrated. So I'll lose a match I shouldn't have lost because I just got nothing. Just dead drew endlessly, you know? But other than that, you know, a wildly creative game. It's like Doom in the sense that like we just wouldn't have TCGs if not for Magic. So nothing but respect for it. But can't say I love it. So I'm just kind of waiting for that game to come out that like there's always going to be RNG because it's a card game. That's how they work. That's what you're in for. But a card game that can just minimize the effect of that RNG as much as possible. I forgot those Archies were there and we're dead again. Zerk Attack, but has cemented itself as well as Doom. Yeah, if you're outside, yeah, I guess because even outside of game communities, you've heard of Doom, and you're more familiar. Well, I don't know, Magic's pretty famous, but yeah, I guess it's not quite at Doom level, but it's pretty similar. Even ignoring all history, Doom's still amazing. Yeah, well, yeah, Doom. Yeah, if you grade Doom on a curve, I think it's the best game ever made. If you don't grade it on a curve, and you're just like, what I think this game is good today, still yes. It holds up, it's just fun. That's phenomenal. You can't say that about almost anything else. It's like Doom and Tetris, and what else do you even say? Like, what a wildly good game. And the little nitpicks that you could complain about, it's either, like, you can't look up and down. It's like, what do you want? You know, it was the early 90s. They did the best they could. And it doesn't really hamper the gameplay at all, right? It just feels a little weird and hard to get used to nowadays. But all the game design holds up. Whereas, yeah, with Magic, I feel like just the mana system is a big problem. And by modern standards, I would be expecting everything to function better than Magic does, because we've learned from it. Whereas I wouldn't be expecting games to function better than Doom, because it just nails it. There's no need. That was a shame. I know that sounds so harsh. I want to repeat that, like, no disrespect toward Magic the Gathering. It's an absolutely incredible achievement of a game. The people behind it are absolute geniuses. It just shows its age is all. And we don't seem to be learning the lessons we should from it. As far as card game design goes, we kind of frequently make the same mistakes Magic did. Get used to being on roller skates all the time. Yeah, that's true. That feels weird, right? It's very icy. You've got so much latent momentum. Yeah, you just meant if Doom was created today, I just think it would be wildly acclaimed. Of course, yeah. If Doom came out today as an indie game, people would probably be like, you know, the graphics need a little work. But like the gameplay loop is nothing but solid. I absolutely think it would get huge praise. I mean, worse games frequently come out. It's unbelievable how often I die to these guys. Worse games frequently come out and get massive acclaim today. Wizards of the Roast. Okay. How about shoot one, and then it dies, and then you shoot the other. That's the plan. There we go. Done. We did it. They said it couldn't be done. I like how there's no monsters yet, but this is still a nicely kind of designed area. Very cool. Hey, Sandwich. Good to see you. How you been? I've been too busy. If I could just complain about that. But otherwise, good. Good. I really shouldn't complain about anything. Just happy to be back dooming. But yeah, Marvel Snap I'm really interested in. Because it's just made such a collection of aggressive changes from your standard card game design. This looks like the Living End a little bit, eh? Map 29. Only one copy of each card in your deck, only 12 cards in the deck. The game is 6 turns, that's it. It's over. You do what you can in 6 turns. Like, that's neat stuff. It's a little bit of a shame that it just uses the Hearthstone mana system. That's not the most innovative thing in the world. But the Hearthstone mana system's good, right? It works. It solves the Magic the Gathering problem, so that's nice. And, you know, it's so innovative in other regards that we can look past that. Gotta have a mix of some familiar stuff and some new. Hey, Ted! So yeah, I want to give that a try. I'm not super jazzed about some other aspects of it, but gotta give it a fair shake. What? Thought I was gonna get hit there for sure. Can I take out this Arachnotron? Villa, by the way, how long have you been going for the E3 M8 time? Is this a really recent thing, or like how long of an investment does something like that take when you decide you want the record? Are you signing up for weeks of effort? Only a couple days? Okay, good. Well, not good. I mean, if you enjoy it, then 4,500 attempts in. Holy crap. At least it's a short run, I guess. That is insane. Nothing but admiration for you. You'll never catch me doing that. I have people ask on YouTube sometimes, they're like, when are you gonna do Dimensions Map 3? And I'm not gonna do it. And it's like people overlook the time investment something like that takes, right? Even if you're good enough to beat these maps, like, good enough means you can do it in a couple hundred attempts. It's more of a question of dedication than of talent. Although with Dimensions Map 3, there's also a huge question of talent, but just like, man, I admire people who can do that, but I would go crazy if I was trying to accomplish the same thing for, like, weeks. If I were to do something like that, I'd have to do, like, every stream there's a tradition where the first thing you do is one attempt at a map, and then if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And you just do that for, like, a year until you get it. Most fail because you just miss the rockets. Oof. The most fun you've had with it is just writing simulations to find the best route in terms of how many rockets to use, etc. Yeah, tell us about that, actually. That sounds interesting. Nobody's good enough to beat Dimensions. Not consistent, not every time, but I don't know. If anybody's mastered that map, it's Kinetic. And even he's not beating it, like, even half the time, right? Like, it's a bonkers hard map. If you want that exit, gotta practice, and then grind it out. Tough stuff. Didn't mean to call you out, Beezus. But did you like the part where I said that I had admiration for you? You just spam out JavaScript code, it's just a few loops in a console. But, like, what exactly are you simulating? Is it just, like, the time between rockets, how many you need to shoot, random rolls on the mastermind to see how long it'll take? Like, what? We almost experienced death by forehead there. Nice. And all's well. Never mind. Now all's well. Is there another Archie? There is. Shouldn't have said all's well. When will I learn? Oh, man. How do I get that rocket launcher? Oh, there's 2 more! Okay, we're doing something wrong because I don't have the guns for this. Is this where I go? Oh, this is the starting area. Oh, no. Aw. Just the damage roll, see the probability of the spider dying in X amount of plasma. You can compare against your runs to see... Did I save at all? No. You can compare against your runs to see how many plasma exactly you need to save those ticks. Your best run so far is 0.8% luck. You need 0.16%. Yikes. Congrats on the nerd shit, though. Big fan. Whoa. Okay, grab all the guns. Let's grab the invis. Tradition around here. Might have been a waste of rockets. It's hard to see the rockets. I don't know if I'm confusing them for some of these weird dead plants. Just be careful, because if you end up creating an AI that can learn to play Doom when it comes to life, you know, Terminator stuff will happen. Yeah, if the stamp collecting robot ends the world, just imagine what the Doom playing robot will do. It's too risky. Plus, we're already worried about, like, chess. And if, you know, solving that game's gonna be a problem, so... We don't need to be having the same concerns with Doom. What? The robots are coming for our times. Yeah, ruin Doom speedrunning by writing a bot that will always get the optimal time. And an entire hobby globally. I think what's neat is that wouldn't have any effect on anything, right? Because you can already do tool-assisted speedruns to see the optimal playthrough. And it hasn't stopped human speedrunning, right? Because people want to see what people can do. The stamp collector would end the world? Yeah, you know the, what would you call it, a story? A thought experiment? But it's about writing an AI that just collects stamps. That's its only purpose. And how you just follow that to a logical conclusion and the entire world ends. Oh, I didn't realize there was a Mancubus up there. It's fun. I think there's like a number file, or it's probably a computer file video on it if you just want to hear the thought experiment. But it's just basically if you give a computer a goal to collect stamps as efficiently as possible, it's not going to care what damage it does in the process. And if it has to enslave or destroy humanity to get the largest amount of stamps, then it will. Do I have any bullets? I do. Whoa! Whoa. Sorry. Can you look out the window? Wait, what? Oh. Look out the window to see the stamp collecting robot. I think it's more of an ever-present, sort of accidentally malicious, ethereal AI. You know, that kind of garden variety thing. Something optimizing Doom on Linux. Computer file? Yeah. Yeah, it wouldn't be number file. Computer file makes sense. Which, by the way, good channel. I like that Dr. Mike Pound. Seems like a nice knowledgeable guy. I have no... Can I get a gun? Oh, tragic. I just want a shotgun. I don't remember having ammo issues when I ran through this on the previous attempts. But I also don't remember anything about the previous attempts. Did I even have a shotgun? This guy's in my way. Never mind, it's a dead tree. Brady Heron's channels, yeah. Yeah, he does a good job. I like the number file stuff too. I especially like watching like Hannah Fry videos on number file. Their voice is so soothing. I could actually fall asleep to any Hannah Fry video on number file. Plus, Bill, you'll appreciate this, but the kind of stereotypical UK accent is you just sound smart. People just sound well educated when they're doing the quote-unquote British accent. I know there's just so many accents over there vary by region, but you know what I mean when I say like the stereotypical one. Negative 1 over 12 moment. Yeah, exactly. Adding up the infinite series. And getting negative 1 over 12. Only if they're posh knobs speaking London English, but that's what we picture, right? When someone's like, oh, are you British? That probably wasn't right. I can't do accents. The part of my brain that handles doing accents doesn't function properly, and I'll miss every time. I'll never do it. Never, ever, ever get it. Buddy of mine who comes by the channel sometimes, Hooligan, if they ever come by, so good at doing accents and voices and impressions. And one time I challenged them to do a Jamaican Irishman, and they just nailed it first try. Just so obvious, you could just hear both accents intermixed. You beg your pardon, sir. Oi, piff piff. Yeah, Americans have two visuals, the London Chavs and London Aristocracy, yeah. Definitely. Don't you lump me in with those filthy Americans and their prejudices. Oops, came out too early. That's what I get for being ironic. Whoop. And it's kind of the same thing with America, right? There's the American accent as the rest of the world sees it, but it's such a small portion of Americans that sound like that. And I don't know where the accent is from. And I think the Canadian accent is like just an Ontario one when other people picture it. But if you go out to the Maritimes, you know, it's completely different. Okay, I think that's the way I want to go, but now that I have rockets, I want to come deal with these archviles before I forget. Aren't all gunslinging Texans? I was surprised to find out too. Massive country. Is this spider down here? I think he is. Okay, is 21 rockets going to be enough for this? Probably not. Let's use bullets on the revs. Save the rockets for the vials. Oh, they're like way back there. I didn't even see them. Oh, they're there. Okay. Manx are helping me out a little bit. Okay, they're infighting. I ruined the infighting. Oh, no, I got stuck on the plant again. Oh. Because you don't speak English on a daily basis. Usually when you need to speak, you start with a pseudo-British accent that you lose mid-conversation. Oh, that's interesting. There used to be a few impressions I could do, but I always needed a key phrase to get into it. I could never just sound like somebody. I had to say kind of the thing that they say. And then I could maybe keep the impression going for like 1 or 2 more sentences, and then I would lose it. Dodge. Thanks, bud. My bad. My bad. I can do better. I will do better. Time check, please. It is 1:38 p.m. Eastern time. Everybody time check. Time check in the chat. You need to stop underestimating those dead plants, dude. They kill you more than the archviles. I know. It should be no surprise at this point that my movement is the weakest aspect of my dooming repertoire. Just bad movement all the time. And the next on the list is how easily distracted I am. $17.99. How is that possible? Are you living on the border of somewhere? I can't. I'm trying to get a good angle on this spider, and I can't see him. Also, we need to put in a save. I keep forgetting to do that. I'm torturing the audience. Please check your time. It appears broken. I agree. If you check the watch, you need to fix your watch. If you ask somebody near you what the time was, never trust them again. Backpack's nice. 10 bullets well spent. Gross. Really good at planning out visualizing difficult fights, though. It's a rare skill. Is that a rare skill? I hope so. I'd like to be rarely skilled. Yellow key's nice. I like to think I do my best work on my second attempt. Damn it. But see, if I had to do that again, I'd land both those rockets. You can take that to the bank. There's the Arachnotron. Okay, so we can probably take him out from here. Yeah. And then we'll jump down there just out of curiosity. I don't see anything other than health. It's an overestimated 1839. Create a backpack for all your 0 ammo. But it comes with a wealth of ammo in it, don't you know? You get, what, 1 rocket? 20 cells? It's invaluable. Best power-up in the game. But actually, unironically. Oh, whoa, the old icky sticky coming in the back. All right, I heard it. We don't have to talk about it. We don't have to talk about it. It's not what I meant to say. I do have plasma. I don't have a plasma gun, so this is awkward. How much ammo do you think Dora could fit in her backpack? Oh, so much. As long as nobody swipes it. We should defund the police and just have Dora the Explorer stopping all theft everywhere. Pulling the old swiper, no swiping approach. Is it weird that stuff like that just makes it into the, like, the public lexicon, you know? Like, I've never seen Dora the Explorer, but I know that line. And I feel like most people do, without having seen it. Whoop! Whoop! Okay, hide in here. I'm not liking the judgmental looks I'm getting for the icky sticky line I accidentally made. I was watching Hooligan play chess and he kept saying, what if I give this guy the icky sticky on my next move? And it's entered my parlance. But the coming in the back at the end there was an accidental discovery at worst. It was because of the memes. Yeah, exactly. It's like that. The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, right? Like, everybody knows that without needing to know anything else about biology. Something about that is just virulent. He corrupted you. Everything that dude says is so quotable. Most of my vocabulary, I think I just pick up from Hooligan. No shame in admitting that. Such a specific reference. But it's like the perfect one, right? Everybody knows that the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. You can't even deny it. My money's on that just handles them. Damn it. There's way more than I thought. I want to spend one more shell. I'm uncomfortable. Let me spend one more shell. Thank you. And then grab this stuff. Oh, there's no secrets in this map. That's surprising. This map seems like it could be hiding some good secrets. But I'm glad I don't have to go looking for any. What's some other stuff that everybody knows without needing to know anything else about the field? It's hard to think of them on the spot. I'm looking. I'm searching the data banks for him. I missed. Nothing's coming up. Don't touch the pancreas? Don't touch the pancreas? That's a thing? I don't know that one. That might be a UK thing. People's pancreases are always just lying around. Tell us more about that, please. Please and thank you. You have me wrapped with fascination. In surgery, don't touch the pancreas ever, they'll die. Is that true? Like with a surgical instrument, with your gloved hands, if you make contact with the pancreas, is it easily ruptured? Does it cause some kind of immune response? What's going on there? Or even better, do you not know the answer because you don't know anything about the field? You just know, don't touch the pancreas. That's the most on-brand thing you could say right now. Weird that I wasn't jumped there. I can go down here. Everything you know about the pancreas is from the Weird Al song. Another prolific artist. Why did I pick all those up? I didn't need any of them. He had ears removed during surgery. Pretty sure they had to touch it. Did they put it back in? Can someone live without their pancreas? You know nothing about the field, but the 3 rules of surgery are eat when you can, sleep when you can, and respect the pancreas. That's funny. Okay, I am lost, but I know I have a key, so I'm not super lost. Got a general direction to go. I guess we'll just go... I guess what I'm saying is I don't remember how I got where I was. Was that door or this door? I think this is... I haven't seen this through to the end. I hear a cyber demon. That reminds me I should save. You think you know about medical stuff very well from your Google searches and a lifetime watching medical dramas? Because House is legit. You know, they're very accurate. I like House. Definitely not accurate, but fun character. I don't think you can make an accurate medical drama. It just wouldn't be very exciting. And people would die way more often. Because the doctors would just be like, I don't know what's going on here. This stuff's hard. Okay, there's this button that I hit. I didn't go through this door, I think. Oh, you had your appendix removed. Yeah, that you can definitely live without. For sure. You know too little about the pancreas. It is sometimes lupus, except when it never is. Whoa! Okay, there's the plasma gun. This feels like a cyber demon arena is about to happen with only 10 enemies left. An accurate medical drama is a bunch of people reading magazines in the waiting room, and then the show's over. 6 hours in the waiting room, you never see a doctor. That wasn't a cyber demon arena? Okay, so where is this yellow key? I gotcha. So those connect, and then this is yellow key doors. That also connect. Okay. Can bump into these bodies. Don't need to be looking for secrets. We know there aren't any. I just came in this way, and this looks deadly. And it was! Yay! Whoa! Uh-oh. Look out for the archviles. Oh yeah, sound hasn't come by, but I fixed the bit alerts. Because sound was whining about it endlessly. No, I accidentally increased the amount and I fixed it. But thank you for the 1 bit. Oh boy! I didn't know that was gonna happen before I jumped down. He's way up there. Nice. Okay, so we gotta get up there while we can. That makes sense. Yes. So through here. Did all this. Come on up here. This lift comes down, and we grab the red key. And aren't punished for that either. Man, where's the cyber demon? You didn't know about the archvile? Wait, what did you not know about the archvile? Are you making fun of me for not knowing about the archvile? I feel like I was already on ice, slipping off the cliff before he spawned in. And then I was in a panic. Yeah, so the red key's new. That's a blue key door. There's so few enemies left for this final stretch of getting all 3 keys. Very strange. And I never looked up here. Another backpack, everybody's favorite. Except for real. I've never seen an archvile before. This is all very new. You didn't know it was there. Oh, you played this before, didn't remember that part? Maybe you line def skipped and there was no archvile. At first you thought it was a pancreas. And then you were freaking out because I kept trying to touch it. Now I have to Google that. I have to know why you can't touch the pancreas. I wouldn't even know... Oh, red key door's right here. I wouldn't even know what a pancreas looks like. If I were ever, like, deep in someone's body, I would be terrified I was going to bump into a pancreas. Every corner I turned. shooting the wrong one, but I made my decision. Okay, so it's just the Cyber Demon left. Interesting. This is so weird. I've never seen... well, I probably have, but I can't remember the last time I've seen the vast majority of the map be done before you get a single key. And then you get all 3 keys back to back and you fight like 5 enemies. You don't want to bump into a pancreas in a dark alleyway. That's what I'm saying. Exactly. Exactly. Because I don't know what happens. I don't know what it's capable of. I just keep having people warn me about it. Nice. Done. Ooh! 100% items too. A fan favorite move. Except you did about your age ago. Google autocomplete for why can't you touch suggests ghost pepper, dry ice, manatees, sea turtles. Yeah, why can't you touch manatees? Wait, why can't you touch a ghost? You can definitely touch a ghost pepper. You just wouldn't want to, like, break the skin and then touch your eyes after. You'll touch all of them. Pancreas isn't even on that list. I don't think we can trust it. All right, map 3, 290. I didn't like that last map as much as I liked the first one. But I also am rusty again at, like, paying proper attention to what I'm doing because I'm too busy chatting it up. So I barely remember the map already. Whoops. I had the biggest urge ever the other day to, we may die here, to boot up Unity and start making another game. But I always stop myself when I remember that I can't make art and I'll never be able to make art. And that's like 90% of making a game is collecting art somehow. Nope. No! Whoa, pure luck. Pure luck. Bad luck in that I got stuck, and then good luck in that the rocket got stuck on the same thing. You feel these maps are a tad too generous, especially on ammo? It depends what you're into. Some people like that. Some people don't. I guess, yeah, is it a more enjoyable experience for you if you really have to watch your ammo? Or are you just worried that, like, the plasma, for example, I have way too much? Just do an asset flip with an actual game inside it. There's a lot of art packs out there that I could just download and then make a game based off of it. But I feel like there's always, like, one thing I want to make that isn't possible with the art pack. And then I've got to go make it myself, and then I burn out on trying to make that game. Because I had to do any art at all. But it's just been a long time. Yeah, I see an Archie way out there. Way out there? You feel like the encounters in the end makes the map a bit too trivial in terms of difficulty in the end? Yeah, that's fair. Other than those 2 arch vials that were rocking me because I'm a goof nut, it definitely, yeah, has been a trivial map set. It's also just been the first 2 maps, so you never know. They might be trying to ease players into it. But yeah, there's definitely a happy medium, I think, between, like, the Ribik-style ammo starvation that will just grind you to death, and then having so much ammo you don't even know what to do with it. No, I got stuck again. Woo! Got stuck on this guy. Close call. 2 iWadi for your taste so far. Yeah, this totally confused for another WAD. Yeah, it's very tech-basy. All default textures. The difficulties definitely harder than an iWad, but like not enough harder that it really stands out so far. Like you'll have to fight 4 Archies at once, but you get a nice choke and a plasma rifle. But I haven't been bored yet. I'm feeling kind of pulled through by the gameplay. There's always something to shoot. I've had to dodge every now and then. The music is quite good. That doesn't surprise me because 8079 is involved in this. And I don't actually know for sure if any of the tracks are done by them. But I know that they've made some tracks before. So I would trust at the very least their taste. Oh, no! Terrible. Terrible movements. What else could you even come here for? Okay, grab a little health. Also, the branching paths drive me a little crazy. Better than Sigil. I wasn't a huge fan of Sigil myself. But I will always play everything that's put out by any OG Doom creator. Because it just immediately becomes part of history. Can't be missing out on that stuff. Okay, is this the way I went? No, I went a different way. I would be having a hard time keeping track of where I was normally, but trying to do the chat and keep track of this big open thing. Really hard on my old bean. You think it's all original music by 8079? Right on. Good for them. Respect the artistry. And whoops. You're definitely dead. Wow, that was tough. Those were some crazy low rocket rolls. Yeah. Let's lean into the fact that it has been pretty generous with the ammo as long as you go looking around. And not try to be too miserly with it. Okay. It felt weird and almost gave me motion sickness that wasn't a lift that dropped me down instantly. It's like if you're on any kind of like a snowmobile, well, not a snow, you wouldn't know a snowmobile, but if you're on like a dirt bike, for example, and you lean forward right when you kick off to counteract the acceleration. It was like in my brain, I was preemptively accounting for about to see the screen drop. And then it just didn't. And I fell off the front of my dirt bike. Or my snowmobile, if you're super cool. And you've ridden a snowmobile before. Sigil does a great job with the visuals. And plays with the horror elements of Doom, which is an aesthetic you really enjoy. Absolutely. For sure. I'm in a weird camp, I think, because I've never been about the aesthetic or the visuals. I try to appreciate it when I can. But I'm just tasteless in that regard, and I really am like, you give me good gameplay, and I really don't care about anything else at all. Just probably why every time I sit down to make a map, it's hideous. Rip overcompensated. Those lifts, you gotta keep an eye on them. You wouldn't want to be caught unawares. Keeping an eye on this guy. I don't know why I'm using bullets here. You're the same when you find Sigil's combat very loud. Yeah, that was my... It was so... I mean, I played it when it came out and I haven't touched it since, but I just remember thinking like, man, this is really, really easy and like too simple. And just felt a little bit awkward at times. But sometimes that's what you're going for. Sometimes people can look past that because they love the aesthetic of something. And I'm not going to tell them they're wrong. Unless they like Doom 3 BFG Edition, then I will tell them they're wrong. Some opinions just make no sense. Oops. Reminds me I should put on a save. Hey Phil, I am. I made it back. I survived. And I'm back. I shouldn't say I survived. That makes it sound worse than it was. I was just busy. And to be fair, I'm still busy, but I'll be able to find time to stream. This will be good. Wouldn't want to be caught on a pancreas. Oh, caught out. Caught out touching what you shouldn't be touching. Ever. Let's hope this invis is a buff. And not a debuff. Depends on what we're asked to fight. There's probably some correlation between effort, aesthetics, and gameplay, so you just avoid Sartan maps. That's an interesting point, and I think you're right. I think, yeah, on average, probably, if you put a ton of effort into the visuals, That is a hallmark of just caring about the experience, and you're probably going to put effort into the gameplay as well. Mandatory invis grab. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. I think the only break in that pattern is if you just aren't as competent with the combat design as you are with the visuals. Interesting, super shotgun. Let's jump down, beat him with a punch. Soul Sphere's nice. Looks like maybe the button starts it. Arrival, yeah! Trying it for the first time. Liking it so far. It's probably a good thing to come back to after being away. This is nice and easy. Okay, that's nothing. I guess we're just hitting the button and the fight starts. You can see why some people might not enjoy the fights as much. It's a lot of tight quarters combat with Doom 1 weapons. That's the killer for me, is Doom 1 enemies and weapons. Yikes. That said, you feel like that plus ammo starvation works to give it an oppressive feel. For sure. For sure. It's not without value. It's just not my cup of tea. Kind of like how tea, really not my cup of tea. Don't tell Billa I said that. In terms of atmosphere and visual design, yeah, for sure. I think we can all get on board there. It's even on the official Newport. I'm so sorry, Phil. I miss what you mean by that. Arrival's on the official Newport? Where Sigil is. Just don't get any enjoyment out of it personally, so I feel. I'd rather walk through it Nomo. Yeah, when are you gonna do a Nomo speedrun? Do a Nomo stroller speedrun of all of Sigil D2 all. You're actually not allowed to provide your opinion until you've done that, and then we know you've given it a fair shake. 50 Shades, yeah! It's time for a great all D run on Reaper and dump all investment in monster placement geometry. Yeah, 50 Shades is very good. Very good. Alright, I'm jumping down. It's time. We bled out way more trying to cheese that than we would have if we just fought it at face value. You've already done it? Did you like it? Heat seeking missiles are already heading toward your location. Sorry. Sorry. I can enjoy a cup of tea. You're just never gonna see me going out and buying it and making it a staple of my diet. I'll go hard on chocolate milk though. No way, Stromo. Yeah, come on. Come on. Oh, you meant the Unity port. Arrival is now one of the official add-ons. Oh, that's so cool. Very cool. I haven't tried the Unity port. Okay, so we could go through this yellow key door, which I want to save, because I won't... It'll give me a marker of what I still haven't done. I'd rather keep looking around over this way. Can I just go out there? It looks like I can. And there's this teleporter that probably just takes me back up. We'll grab the ammo at least. This tends to not be my cup of tea also. It's just the big... When there's too many ways to go in a map, it stresses me out. I think I get FOMO, worrying I've missed something and gone the right way back. So you've been playing on your Switch a little bit. Right on. Doom officially runs on everything. Must feel amazing to have your work canonized like that. Yeah, that's so cool. What else is on? Is it just Arrival, or is there some other stuff that's also... There's got to be some other stuff that's also on there, right? You only use the Unity port on your Switch, but not much because you're pretty bad at Doom with gamepad controls. Yeah, it's a different beast for sure. Syringe is on there? I don't think I've played Syringe. Do you know off the top of your head who did Syringe? And roughly when it came out? Fucking up here already? Nerve might be there too. Okay, I think at this point, we go yellow key door. Just feels like the thing to do once I can find it. It was down here, right? Yes? What? Where was this yellow key door? Oh, this way. I gotcha. Syringe is like 2019, Tarnsman, Jimmy, and Zazer. Oh, okay. I don't think I've played it. I'll have to put it on the list. Pop it on the docket. Here's the yellow key door. Okay, we're good. Let's save here so don't get lost. Both BTSX episodes are on Unity Port 2. That makes sense. It's pretty classic stuff. Love it or hate it. What did that button do? Oh, these are open now. And we're locked in. And there's some Archies. Very cool. Some Pinkos. Strange you like map 1, didn't like the rest. Well, I hope it's not 32 maps then. Or that is harsh criticism. Man, I know it was a while ago, but speaking of chocolate milk, whenever I would find a sale at my local grocery store where chocolate milk worked out to be $1 a liter, I would buy like 16 liters of chocolate milk. This feels out of sync and tough to get through. We'll go there in a sec. Even Wrecker's on there? Did you try Pocket Slaughter? I tried Pocket Slaughter. I really liked it. I really like Pocket Slaughter. There's only 1 or 2 maps that I was not a fan of at all, and the rest I was really into. Because there's a good mix of very compact maps, obviously. The slaughter elements were done well, and it would be a good introduction for anyone who wants to get into slaughter. And then there's also lots of gimmick maps, which are my favorite. The one with the barons chasing you down the hallway and you're kind of running through an obstacle course to get to the BFG and then push back through the barons. Super cool. Love that map. Whoop! I was pretty sure you heard it had a reputation for being quite hard, but it was still too IWAD for your taste. That's disgusting. Wait, which is disgusting? I hope you're not... You better not be dissing my chocolate milk habits. I will find you, and I will convert you to a frequenter of the Choco Milk. We don't have a blue key yet. Seems like a waste plasma. Although, what was I going to use it for? It's like 3. Syringe is only 6 maps plus an epilogue. Okay, so you like the 1/6 of it. That's pretty good. That's like, what, 16%? Doesn't sound right. It's close. 16.6%? Am I getting closer or farther away? I need this blue armor. This is probably the secret. Some loud crushers, too. Guilty as charged. Honestly, how dare you? I confess my sins to you, and I've received nothing but judgment. I want... Ooh, misaligned textures. This is something that I wouldn't have even noticed until people started, like, really complaining about it in mapping servers. And now I notice it on behalf of other people. I think I've got to go through those crushers. Admirable. You have weird taste, so don't take it as gospel, of course. This blue armor secret is pretty dumb. Oh, is it? Oh, if you know it, yeah, feel free to tell me. Is there a button hidden somewhere? Or a weird shooty switch? It's very strangely set up. Doom doesn't have decimals, so 16 is right. Doom must have some decimals for, like, positioning. Or does it not? It must. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it just uses really large ints. Near the stairs, there's, like, a random wall you open up. Is it these stairs that I'm near? Thank you for the assist. That was a little weird, wasn't it? You were sniffing it 1 second before. My instincts were leading me to water. Okay, we gotta go through these crusher thingies. Or, oh yeah, I can't go out here. We already experienced that. And that is the secret. Is this actually what we're doing here? Okay, that wasn't that bad. It looked worse, and I wasted so many shells there. Luckily, I have a ton still. And this looks like bullets. Is it 16.16 just 32 in disguise? Oh, well, Doom positions are precise down to 160, 65,000th 536th of a unit. It's pretty precise. So definitely decimals in. Floats, I imagine. Actual decimals in programming is a more modern thing, I think. Angles are actually surprisingly precise, despite there only being 256 short ticks angles usually. It does feel buttery smooth. I mean, I don't have short ticks on right now, obviously. But for a game that, let's just sing its praises again. For a game that came out in the early 90s, like, it's crazy just how smooth everything feels to play. Even when you're playing more faithfully to the original ports. Fix, not float. Oh, no, 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 no! Oh. Oh, Doom's not using floats? Right on. Floats are such an infuriating thing to have to work with when you're new to programming, and you start running into float errors, and you aren't qualified to be dealing with that yet, and stuff just breaks for what looks like no reason whatsoever. And then you'll have that question every human being has, where they're like, why did we do it the stupid way when we could have done it the way that makes sense to my brain? But the answer is just that we didn't really have a choice. You know, you can have accuracy or you can have, like, speed. Try to balance both, but you gotta play the game a little bit. Every time you deal with float errors, just thank God you're not dealing with time zones. Yeah, that's true. Time zones are the other horrible, horrible thing. But that's more a problem of, like, how the world works and less a problem of how programming was designed to work, how we communicate with computers. You see how slow I was to react to all those gunners behind me? That's rust. That's rust right there. You know, nothing beyond just liking it. You don't understand wishes to make the graphics smoothed out. I like the I'm charmed by the graphics. Although even like this is already looking a little better than Vanilla Doom, right? But yeah. But again, I'm just not a visuals person, so I'm never going to be turned off. The only game I've ever played that I thought had insultingly hideous art was Slay the Spire. And it still wasn't enough to really detract from the experience. But that's the only time I've ever played something and thought, this is hideous. How can this look like this? What were they thinking? Normally it's not a part of the calculation of the experience. I just look at it and I'm like, accepting. I go, that's what it looks like. I have no opinion. I should have killed these cacos. Let's get a little out of hand. Ooh. If we just cut the earth open and make it flat, we don't need to worry about time zones anymore. Just agree on a time zone and then have day and night be just at different times for different people. You know, what's wrong with that? Then you could have funny stories like, oh, in Ontario, the sun rises at 3 p.m. and it sets at 4 in the morning. And then it would just be the same time everywhere. Honestly, why not? Why not just do it that way? Way higher than the original rate. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's definitely some stuff going on right now that's making the game look better than it did originally. But I feel like it almost is just making it look like how the developers intended to have it look originally. Like, it's just Doom, but you've put a pair of glasses on the source port and you can see clearly. I'm hearing a lot of guys. But it could only be 34 at most. So we've got nothing to worry about. That floor hurts. Let's take more damage. Grab the ammo we don't need. Exchange our limited health for our nearly unlimited ammo. I can't hit them over that. Oh! The door closed right behind me. Come on. You're surprised that Vanilla has sub-pixel correct texture projection for low res. At least John Carmack claims so. Okay, hold on. That's a complicated sentence. Give me a moment with that. You're surprised that Vanilla has sub-pixel correct Texture projection for low res. Oh, I see. That is surprising. John Carmack, I feel like, other than being an absolute god of just slinging code, you really get the sense that he was trying to do a good job design-wise when he was putting Doom together. You know, like trying to solve problems before they happen, which I guess is what any good programmer should be doing, but it's easier said than done. It's really easy to get lazy and cut a corner because you're like, it's fine in this case, and then slows down development. There's an unofficial secret BFG. Oh, interesting. I think the last time I saw that was map 2 of Augur Zenith, but it trivializes the rest of the map. Oh, I bet it would. Do you remember where it is on the map? And also, what did I just get? Red key? Oh, that's nice. It takes you right back here. I love that. Implying Carmack isn't accurate seems like starting beef. No, yeah, I'm saying he is. I'm saying Carmack is the best. We're on the same team. Doom does actually cut corners everywhere, like their amazing approximation for Pythagoras' theorem. But is it cutting corners if you're trying to achieve a performance increase, right? I guess that's what I'm talking about. There's cutting corners like, it's easier to do this way, and then there's cutting corners intentionally, where the corner you're cutting is worthwhile to cut because you're adding a better corner somewhere else. You're pretty near to it, just joking around. No, I know, me too. We're good. If I were upset with you, you would know. If I recall, the BSP stuff was made after it was found that it's too slow. Yeah, see, that was my understanding too. You also saw BFG while you were in the mud area? Looking at block map grudgingly, yeah. Block map again, that sucks, but the effort is to make things run very smoothly, and boy does it ever. Same with the like hitbox approximations. It is really tough to get a line of sight on this guy. I don't like what I'm being subjected to right now. Is there a better vantage point to hit this guy? Did I hit him? Also, the bar is right at eye level, so I have to bounce to see. I think he's dead. He's not. Die? Die though? Oh, okay, we got him. Yeah, it's in the mud area. It said you were close before you took the teleporter. Okay. Gotcha. Time to find where that was, because I'm curious. There's this teleporter. And then, it's not this mud area, right? It's the previous one. The, like, dark alleyway mud area that was through the yellow key door. I'm kind of starting to piece this together in my brain. The previous mud area. Oh, I thought this was mud. This is water. This is mud. That's mud over there. Sneaking through here. So in here, there's a BFG secret. Oh, it's right there. Near the crushers. Back from dinner. How was it? The p-approx distance function is a favorite of yours. The Doom Movement Bible explains that. I don't know if you can link it here. Yeah, you can link it. I'm fine with that. Oh, you already did. Better to ask for forgiveness than permission, I suppose. Other than the entire stream. This is map 3 of the same WAD, and supposedly this is an unmarked secret BFG that I'm not sure how to get, and I'm hoping Midas just full-on backseats me here, and we can get it, because I'm curious. Very curious. You also missed me telling a story about how I used to buy like 16 liters of chocolate milk at a time, but only when it would go on sale. So that's BFG when you first played, couldn't figure out how to get it. Good thing Midas is here. Yeah, you have to stand on the bridge and shoot at the wall. Stand on the bridge and shoot at the wall. I'm not sure I know what bridge means in this case. I guess it's more of a catwalk. to stand on the catwalk. It's not this, right? Are we talking about a different area? Or is there a catwalk in here? Just progress further, shot at the wall. Oh, through this window. I see what you're saying. I apologize. So I have to be up here. Gotcha. Okay. Hey, you know what? That's fair. It's visible. But it is strange that it's not marked as a secret. Okay, so then it's red key door, which I think we've already done. Or I stopped progressing through the red key door part because I was told there was a BFG. Bridge is a platform road over a cap, typically over water. Thank you, Billa. As always, having all the answers. I would call it more of a catwalk, though. And now I'm a little bit... Where am I going? We didn't get a key, right? Well, we got the red key and then did it, but it just... Long. Klingon has a word for bridge as in of a starship, but not for bridge as in over water. That's funny. They probably just plowed right through it. They're Klingons. You think they're afraid of a little water? It's at worst a worthy adversary. Does a cat walk? Where the F am I going right now? Oh, this is a different red key door. Ah. I see. And there's a mastermind, so I appreciate having a BFG right now. No, but it's tin can. Oh! Oh, I'm deaf. Ah! Oh, what a waste. You know, I didn't think I'd heard that at the catwalk part, but now after the tin can, I think I have heard that. I think I've had that seared in my memory. How did I miss a spider mastermind who can't go anywhere with a BFG ball? That's a feat. That should be a new category of speedrunning somehow. But probably no one will be able to pull it off as well as I just did. How are you not dead? Here we go. Okay. Then there's this guy. And then I'm bleeding to death. Stop bullying the spider mastermind. She's beautiful. She's bold and beautiful, and she don't need no man. Lots of spiders murder the male during or slightly after the mating process. Very cool. It was too far away for the tracers to kill it. Well, I know, but I did I shot it like 3 times. 3, Billa. Is this new? So I can go back up the way I came, or I can go this way. Let's pop in a save just to be safe. Christian Cly also made Catwalk for the master levels. Still haven't played the master levels, still unsure I ever will. These guys are just kind of hanging out for a little bit. I don't know how to use this BFG efficiently here. There's just not enough. Oh, this is the last guy. Okay. Hold on. Oh, I was trying to pre-fire through the window so I could get 2 shots off on him. I didn't make it through. The original catwalks in the 1880s were on ships and backstage in theaters, and they were named for the careful, delicate way a cat walks. I don't know how I survived without streaming for so long, because I hadn't learned any fun, but let's be honest, pointless trivia in days. And really, that's my lifeblood. It's my entire reason for being here. It's my raison d'etre. The first recorded use of the term catwalk comes from, more, comes from the 1885 journal of the renowned, I'll catch it, Artist and children's author Beatrix Potter, who referred to a slip of a garden, a catwalk, like a compound formed from the now catwalk, meaning a path for walking on, especially in the garden. Billa has, as always, all the answers. Exactly. It's her superpower. Oh, and Midas too, I guess. Yeah, Midas has been representing so far this WOD, but Billa is the undisputed queen of having all the answers all the time, and not even in an obnoxious way. We're just grateful. Done. You're gonna learn everything there is to know about nothing. I want to know everything. Have you ever seen that Britannic sketch called Everything? Britannic, great early YouTube sketch comedy group. Just two guys, but they're fantastic. Master levels would make for a good stream just because of how absurd some of the maps are. I guess as long as we're enjoying the suffering together. Free press map 4. Okay. Free press. I'm gonna find out if that's a pun. Your favorite early YouTube channel is Ted Krusty? Ted Krusty. What did Ted Krusty do? I don't think that sounds familiar. Hey, 2 cyber demons. This reminds me a little bit of one of the Resurgence maps. Whoa! Pay more attention. Am I killing these guys? No. No, they wouldn't make me. I have 80 cells. I can't kill these guys. Oh, this is open now. Nice. A strange place for a green armor. Oh, it's right before the exit. Okay, so I guess that's like a refill. You like all of Arrival, you think you like the last 2 levels the most? That's good news. They're still ahead. Oh, that was a secret. Man, I just can't be stopped. What did that button do, though? It's a re-interactable? Ah, I see. Yep. In here? Okay. That also does that? What? What's going on here? Oh, I get it. I didn't see these lamps. That's the only way back here. I was just trying to collect all the bony. Oh, and a fake wall. Secret within a secret. Don't tell the dean. The dean would not be pleased. But there's a fake wall secret. You're on all the rolls today. Not only am I on them, but I have them. Ah! Speaking of rolls. Damage rolls. Didn't see those lamps, so they were pretty hidden. Yeah, I didn't clue in that they would prevent me from going back there, so I was like, why did I want to lower this thing? But it was so our movement would be unimpeded. I'm about to get carved up by these chain gunners. Kill that rev? Kill the rev though? I must have clipped that rev with some shells. There's no other explanation. Okay, I hope that's all the gunners. So what do I have? Just a plasma gun? Oh, when did I get a chain gun? I must have killed the chain gunner. Oh, I should have done that. I have no map awareness at all. Okay, so we're going in here. You know what? This is a spot for a save, I think. Shotgun gone, LMAO. What? What? Whoop. No, it was missing. It was missing and I dodged back into it. Look at this. I can always tell when I'm really rusty because I'm moving for no reason all the time. And it takes me a little bit of getting back into the game and having to play hard maps to start moving as little as possible to keep safe. I'll always, damn it. I'll always come back and I'm like, woo, just sharing the fight for no reason. Dodging into stuff. We'll use cells on this guy. I was unlucky. Moving deliberate is a good habit, yeah. You definitely want to move as little as possible. And then you get more space that way, right? Because everybody's shooting at where you are, and the longer you wait before you move, the more space you'll have to move into. Whereas if you're wasting space like this, then it all fills up with projectiles. You also move for no reason and no speeds, yeah. Got to be really careful about that. It makes a huge difference. You'll think you're bad at Doom or that things are too hard, and then you just stop moving for no reason, and it's like night and day. But not the Tom Cruise movie with Cameron Diaz. Like the thing we have time zones for. You've learned a lot about movement from your vids, like from what not to do. When I'm half decent, I think that I am, I'm good about not moving more than I need to when I'm on my game, but I'm very sloppy and I'm very unaware of where my hitbox is. And I think that's a side effect of playing on the wrong resolution for close to 20 years, and then just now fixing the resolution, so everything's like the wrong width, and I'm still getting used to it. Also appreciating mean maps. Oh yeah, I love a good mean map. If you can just keep yourself from getting frustrated, then there's a whole lot of stuff out there to enjoy, and it really shouldn't matter how hard it is. But it's definitely a conscious choice to not get frustrated by things. And it's not always easy. RD wrote a really good post on why moving a little bit deliberate instead of a lot is often more important. RD. Am I brain farting? Who's RD, sorry? RD's poster is so excellent. You love RD's writing? It's all about control. Oh no, I feel so stupid. Am I gonna kick myself? Who are we talking about? Am I just out of the loop? It's all about control, yeah. You are always control, except for Mankyby and when you're in Viz, the Doom World user. Oh, is their whole name RD? I don't think I'm familiar with their work. I'll have to check that out. Especially if they're doing good write-ups on Doom concepts. But yeah, you are choosing where all of the projectiles go, where all the safe areas are going to be and not going to be, just by choosing where you stand and how we move in Doom. I think it's so fascinating like that. So you are almost never in a situation where you can blame someone other than yourself. If you don't frequent Doom World, maybe you won't know. Yeah, I'm not on Doom World often, except to, you know, pick up the latest WAD releases. Whoa! I'm definitely not participating a lot. RD's not big enough. It's definitely just the context. Just the place that they're doing their stuff. I don't spend a lot of time on. Whoa! I like these, I like doubling up on these Cyber Demon snipers for more consistency. Okay, there's a Soul Sphere, a Mega Sphere. I don't know how to get either. We'll pop in a save. I like to blame the block map, red screen, RNG, the mapper, your mother, etc. It's funny because I think the gut reaction when people blame other stuff like that is to like try and prevent frustration. You know, they're like, it's not my fault. I don't have to be upset because I got kind of ripped off, but it's only more frustrating. Whereas if you say, oh, I'm dumb, I screwed up, then I feel like there's less to be mad about. Unless you're the type to really get mad at yourself. I just heard a weird sound, but I don't see anything in the chat, so I don't know what happened there. Sometimes you think RD should collect some of these posts and put them on a blog or something. Plus writing are so scattered. That'd be nice. Make a little compendium of it. I have way too much health to pick up that Soul Sphere. I wonder if I'll recognize their picture on Doom World or something. And I'm just not recognizing the name. You die, you sigh, and restart Zen mode. The sigh is important. You gotta get the hate out. You always blame the block map, even so you play GZ Doom. Why do you fights being better analyze the systems rather than weighing them up monster on monster? Spot on. Yeah. Now I have to not read them, or it's gonna spoil my How to Doom stuff, and I'll rewrite it all again. But it was taking so long because I was doing this enormous video. Oh, that was tragic, but I don't think I'm supposed to be down here anyway. And then I realized it was 6 videos, because I was trying to do a How to Doom combat puzzles. And then it was taking, I'll just die here. It was taking like an hour and a half. Like, well, I was writing it out and I was like, this video is gonna be a million years long. So I decided to break it up into 6 parts. But, yeah, it's definitely, the first video that I'll be doing is doing the monster by monster prioritization, but it was focused on talking about why that's a stupid way to do it. But first I have to explain how to do the monster by monster prioritization so you can like learn the context of that. And then I'm like, don't do it that way. Thank you for wasting your time with me. Now the supercharge is finally useful. Too late. We've save scummed our way out of a tough spot. Am I just waiting for them to die? Oh, I think I'm going over. Oh, they've got the red key. I see. Well, I've got a lot of rockets. Let's speed this up a little bit. There's a lot of pillars behind me. That was a stupid place to shoot them from. Where was that big open area? This is good. Long form videos are all the rage. I'm not doing a 90-minute video on something. Ooh, wasn't paying attention. You know what though? Now the soul sphere looking pretty good. As usual, Bill is right. Just a short delay on her being correct. You like 1 hour long videos? I'm just not a fan myself, so I don't want to do something that I wouldn't personally like. You need someone to track down 90s Doom tactics terms. Can you give an example of one of those? How are we only 81 monsters into this map? This is ridiculous. Try to stay map 55. It's different every single time you play it, despite being so simple. Patrician, thanks. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be very enjoyable. What's monster by monster prioritization? It's just the concept of like, you've got one Rev in the room and one Hell Knight. You should be shooting the Revenant first, always. Because he does more damage with his projectile is harder to dodge, and he dies faster. So if you're just doing that on average, then statistically speaking, you're in less damage, or sorry, you're in less danger on average. And you'll therefore take less damage, and you'll die less in total as you run through maps. And that's great for like running through maps. But if you get to a combat puzzle and you're like, I have to shoot the Revs before the Hell Knights because then you'll run into more trouble than it's worth. So the video is just kind of talking about that and how you would weigh those things and when they matter and when they don't, and why you don't want to fall for that trap of like, shoot the Revs first. Another secret, my instincts are unstoppable. So an excellent PDF of Doom terms from the 90s, you can't find it currently. It included all the honorifics like GM Tyson. Later map survival will get bigger, just so you know, but not that big. Bigger and longer, or bigger and badder? Seen that one. See, thanks. Right on. Okay, so the Megasphere is a secret. Good to know. Very cool. I don't think that hallway needed to be that windy, but I'll take it. And then we're grabbing the blue key. Progress feels nice. And I guess we're running for the stairs. People had such funny ideas about Doom before the source code was released. Just like about how it worked under the hood. Whoa! Longer, badder, and better. Nice. I love when stuff is both badder and better. Oops! Look at all these gunners. This is so silly. Oh, there's Archie's back there. Okay, it's less silly. Yeah, this is fun. This is chaos. I'm not dodging anything right now. Okay, we gotta ditch these homers. Okay. Now we can shoot these guys in peace. And I like that they're too busy rezzing to be a threat to me. Cool. Very cool. Well, no super shotgun yet, I'm realizing. Is this the green armor from before? No, this is a different area. Why would I even ask that? Love this? Yeah. You gotta love just popping people. Just a lot of tomato juice. It's cathartic. A weight has been lifted. My secret instincts. This map, I'm just reading this map like a book. I actually can't be stopped. I can't tell you why I opened that secret and didn't go in it. I think because it was a teleporter. And hit this button first and I'll take it. Or maybe that's where you have to go. Maybe it's not even a secret. I've gone rip even on archives. Let me out! Let me out! Okay, don't know where we're going or what we're doing, but we're gonna take this teleporter. Just got back to Doom. Oh, I almost walked in that invuln, and I don't think I need it yet. A couple years back, after not having played since the 90s, learning to prioritize hit scanners was big. Yeah, very important. But again, not necessarily something you want to live or die by in a combat puzzle. But Yeah, if you're running through a map, like you're playing Scythe, you're just running through a map, they're more adventure style, then yeah, you get into a room, you shoot the gunners first. Everything else you can dodge. Stuff like that is important to know. But you will definitely run into trouble with certain puzzles if you're just like, who's the monster I always shoot first? If that's not who's taking space away from you or putting the pressure on, or if you need them, things like that. RIP GeoCities. What a throwback. Oh, no! How about some examples of the funny ideas about Doom before the release of source code? Yeah, I want to hear about that too. What were people thinking about Doom erroneously? Oh, I forgot I didn't have a super shotgun. Oh, whatever, we're invested in this now. The ways they estimated health was funny, and they thought the SSG does more damage if you swing the mouse quickly before shooting. That's awesome. That's got like some Pokemon Red hold B when you throw the Pokeball energy. Confirmation bias is a powerful thing. Why am I still using this shotgun? It's terrible. I want to pick up this green armor just to have picked it up. There's a Doom World thread about that, you think? I understand why they called circle strafing the circle of death. It just sounds 90s cool. Yeah, that has a real 90s ring to it for sure. No! We're good. Blessed Fast Crusher. There's a Doom World thread. Oh, I read that already, sorry. You played through episode 1 on a Sansa E200 MP3 player. I love that that just could easily be true. Just absolutely could easily be true. While we're putting feathers in Doom's cap, the monsters having distinct wake-up noises is genius. Right? I see all those revs coming in front of me, but I hear the Archviles, and I know I prioritize Archviles higher than Revenants. So I spin around and fight behind me. You know, like the decision is made before I even see them. That's so cool. Swinging the SSG sounds like a cool mechanic. Someone should do a gameplay mod like that. Oh, I feel like that would get pretty old pretty fast and you'd get kind of motion sick. You don't understand the point of the invuln in 2 cybers? I think the invuln was a secret. I think you had to fight the 2 cybers regardless. And the secret invuln just takes the pressure off. And it's probably, the invuln's only 30 seconds, right? So it's probably not enough time to kill both. Just gives you an advantage where you could focus down one and then fight the other fair. They spawned, did they not spawn because of a line def? Oh, that's weird. That's weird. Maybe you're supposed to get that invuln during the Gunners and Archviles fight and use it for that. And then just to complicate things further, it added 2 cyber demons. So maybe I just kind of did it weirdly by fighting them on their own. Also, what did this button do? That's my best guess. If I could play devil's advocate, which I love to try to do. Blue key for the exit, maybe? It was true, no lies at all. I mean, I believe you. Doom will run on anything. It feels risky. Mark Brown from Game Maker's Toolkit made a great video about classic design where he also praises saying monster noises. Mark Brown's very cool. I love his videos. I can't believe I haven't seen that one. And I'll be watching it probably today. Because that's awesome. But yeah, and the silhouettes of the monsters, the different colors, like you just see one out of the corner of your eye, you know who it is. There's no question. And that's brilliant. For a game where you want fast-paced combat and decision-making, there's one guy left. I missed the guy, I don't know where they are, I'm sorry. Maybe they didn't teleport in. But that's perfect design. For a game where you want to be playing that quickly and that aggressively, you can make split-second decisions because you know, you have all the information. You can hear and see what everything is. And there aren't like similar silhouettes and colors where you're like, was that an imp or an X? Like you just know. You would never confuse an imp and a pinky and a revenant and an archvile. You just can't. He gets to live there alone forever. Not Mark Brown, your nemesis. Oh no, tell us tales of your ongoing feud with Mark Brown. Tell us about the beef. Map 5? What's your name? Mark White. I'm trying to dox people in the chat, Billa. When will we learn? Collectively as a society, when will we learn? This goes up here. Has something to do with your uncles? Did Mark Brown kill the vast majority of your plethora of uncles? So I didn't mean to insult your uncles by describing them plethorically. No monsters yet. This is neat. Kind of give me some supplies, let me feel a little dread. I mean, I'm not feeling a ton of dread because it hasn't been difficult yet, but this could be the map that changes it all. Your name, Barry Short, is not to be revealed. I feel like you've done a name reveal joke. Oh, I thought I could make it to him previously. And you said something other than Barry Short. Or maybe that was someone else. Oh my god, specters I can kind of see. It's the best WAD ever. I'm still gonna die to them though. Don't put it past me. You can die to anybody. No, I forgot I was invisible. No, I didn't see the specter. Oh, I just lied. I lied to all of you. I don't really care if my Brown's kind of because he doesn't know if he's talking about a lot of the time. Oh man. Strong claim. Would you be able to provide an example? You're undoxable, as you know for a fact. There's a person with your exact name and birth year. Whoa. There are so many people with my exact name in the city I used to live in that were like, they owned businesses and had like public profiles on things. At one time for an assignment in college, I had to write some stupid blog post about like me. It was so dumb. Like we're there to learn biology and they're like, tell us a little bit about your personal history. And I was a young man and not wise in the ways of avoiding conflict. And so instead of writing a blog post, I just copied and pasted one of the many people who had my exact name and just put their like something off their website there about me. I just copied and pasted that and like cited the source in AP format. Look like you're trying to sell a vacuum cleaner in this emote. It's good, right? I have so many great pictures of me just looking hideous on old phones and stuff scattered around. I missed this backpack before. I'm so glad I can repurpose them as emotes. Die? Okay. Chainsaw for the specters. New quest, meet all the people that have your name and then challenge them to claim it as the only guy with that name. Wasn't there a battle of like all the... Oh, what was like all the Dylans or Steves or something? I can't remember. But somebody started a big like foam sword fight for everybody they could find with the same first name. And then they let some little kid win it all. It was cute. Strangely sounds like a Family Guy episode. You cited the source? Yeah, I had to do the proper citing or it was plagiarism. I didn't want to be getting actually kicked out of college. So I cited everything. I still think it's kind of funny. And also, it's still my opinion that it's stupid that we were doing that assignment at all. Like, we're paying for these classes, it's expensive, why aren't we learning stuff? And, but yeah, instead of voicing my displeasure, I, like, did my little protest by not taking the assignment seriously, and that was just silly. It was immature of me to do. But, it's funny. That prof ended up being an actual crazy person. So I felt less bad about it afterward. It was a real emotional roller coaster. Kind of picks popular games and says they're popular because of how they are. That's hard. It's hard to dissect that. I think I see what you're saying. If you're making an argument about just like kind of low-hanging fruit. Is that kind of what you're going for? Hey, Sound's here. How you doing? I changed your bit alerts for you, Sound. I know that was really important to you. It's all fixed. You can go hog wild. Favorite? But I don't know. I think there's some neat stuff to learn from even surface level discussion of things. I got kind of the vibe, Ponky, that you were saying he was like wrong about things from time to time, which I'd be very interested to hear about. And it's definitely, I mean, I'm sure he has been from time to time, but I just can't think of any examples. It'd be a neat conversation to have. It's the chaos factor we all need. More chaos. Remember not wanting to read a book for school, busy reading other stuff, and writing a full review based on what I imagined it would be. You got 25 out of 100. Ooh. 25 is rough. That's not even a Canadian pass. And we let people pass with 50s. What? Ponky just means he's a hack. Could be. Could be. It's that kind of curse where in order to blow up on a platform like YouTube about game design, you need to appeal to the masses. So you can't really get in depth and challenge expectations on things because most people, they're just not going to have the context to appreciate that. So if you're not doing really surface level analysis, at least to start, then how do you get people to watch, right? There's just nothing to see. But I can understand if you're big into game design, I'm big into game design, then there's a lot of stuff out there where people are providing easy answers for things that don't actually have easy answers. Tell me why is my nemesis? Because he personally slighted you? Oh no! Did you enter one of his game jams and your game was not selected? Tragic. YouTube video essays tend to be hit or miss, mostly miss. Yeah, they tend to be way too long, and they will reiterate things all the time. Like, oh, but to be fair, like, writing is hard. And why didn't I SR 40? That was crazy. Video essay SpongeBob is a good show, right, guys? Yeah. And then it's 2 hours long. But writing is hard, and the hardest part about writing is being appropriately terse. What are we talking about? Mount Pain beef again? No, apparently Ponky is beefing with Mark Brown from Game Maker's Toolkit. But yeah, the most common amateur writing mistake that I see, and also frequently myself do, is just over-explaining things. Regurgitating the same thing, too much repetition, and something that could have been explained in like 30 seconds, whoops, you know, takes 2.5 minutes. And it's a tough habit to break. And you see that a lot in like people who are passionate about something, so they want to make a YouTube video, but they don't know how to actually disseminate information properly. Oh, there's a pain elemental? Speaking of beef, F this dude. But yeah, it's a tricky skill. It takes a lot of practice. The only way to get good at it is to do it a lot. Do it badly, and then do it again, and then do it badly, and then do it again. Writing's hard. I wish they had a point beforehand, though. Well, that's the thing, is they think that they have a point. And that's another skill, is understanding when you have a point and when you don't. And sometimes they might have a point, but they do such a poor job in explaining that and explicating it that it comes off like they didn't actually say anything of weight. But they really were trying to. He made a game with a genre that became regarded as a cult classic. He asked for a key for it, and then when he made a video about it said genre, he never mentioned your game. Presumably as a specific insult. There's definitely no other way to interpret that. It was absolutely a personal slight. I am so surprised the first Archvile that died there died. I didn't think I'd hit him at all. It's crazy. What game is this, Ponky? Super Spelunky Boy? Aquaria Reborn? Great game. Great genre. It's time to break down all the Doom ports with an extensive breakdown history. You do actually watch Mark's videos, though. It's like someone trying to explain how movies are made, but all they've done are watch movies. Yeah, that's exactly the thing I think that is the problem. With the whole video essay genre, is it's not often being made by industry insiders, and that doesn't make it wrong. It doesn't mean their opinion isn't valid, but definitely they themselves could do a better job. I almost saved. If they just tried the thing on for size. Whoa! I am gonna pop in a save, actually. Drink some water, catch up on chat. You wanna know more about the history of source ports? The stuff Lee Kilo got up to was insane. Now you don't want to make you think a lot of people are watching you. Uh-oh. Wait, sorry, what's going on? What happened? First of all, hi Alka, welcome. And there was definitely an alert in the chat. Holy crap, someone's rating with 109? Oh, I wish I hadn't read that. Well, welcome everybody. We're playing Arrival. Excuse my nerves. And I guess we've been talking about the merits or lack thereof of amateur video essays, which is an interesting topic. What does that sound now? Oh, sound, thank you. That's so kind. Thank you for the subs. The gifted subs. I hope everybody enjoys those. Please enjoy my weird face emotes. What were we just talking about? I get what bothers me sometimes is how many really opinionated video essays you'll see on like TV writing by people who just obviously have no idea how to write for TV or what they're doing. And all they've done is watch shows and they know what they like, but then they're trying to break things down at anything other than a surface level. Ooh, there was a specter there. That was tragic. And you can just tell that they have no experience. And it really does detract from the argument sometimes. You don't have to do better or be able to do better to be able to criticize at all. Would never ever claim that. But I just think you kind of owe it to yourself to give something a college try before you try to be super critical of it. Because you never know what you're missing till you try, right? Type the best thing right after a giant raid. Yeah, sorry, I had to let you through the filter there. And then I forgot to read what you said. I'm so sorry. I did see the word erotic in it, though. Your erotic Harry Potter fan fiction? Please share that with the rest of the class. This is a terrible save. I should run around for a little bit of health, maybe. Because there's specters in here and I'm rocketing? Yeah, we gotta kill these specters. Okay, hold on. Let's grab just a little teensy little touch of health before we go back in there. Because I've definitely left a lot around. Is this sort of a live stream video essay right now? Maybe. Maybe. If it is, I have no right to criticize because I haven't written enough video essays, I guess. Criticism of criticism. Hey, KB, how you doing? Hope you're well. Oh, yeah, well, the whole point of going around there was to grab this blue armor, and then I just forgot. And never did. Also embarrassing, but what else is new? Sounding like you really know what you're on about when you really have no clue is a talent. Yeah, the professional bullshittery, right? It's that mentality where, like, you were in school and you had an essay and the teacher was like, don't try to write this essay the night before, it'll be bad. And you're like, please, I can do it. And then you write it the night before and you think that your teacher can't tell, you know? But really, they'll give you a fine mark because they barely care. You didn't do as good of a job as you could. It wasn't the most challenging thing to write. But it's just that energy of, if you haven't in the past put the appropriate amount of diligence into, there's an arch file, that sucks, into evaluating something and sorting out your argumentation, then you just kind of think that what you're doing is good enough and you'll never know why it isn't. Until someone comes along and really has a problem with one of your takes, I guess. But it's just, yeah, a lot of first-timers who want to share their opinion, which is great, and they're very passionate, which is great, but there are more rules to the game than that. If you want to really be winning people over, or changing hearts and minds, or if you just want to be as intriguing as you'd like to be. Literally half the new viewers just dipped. I'll be honest with you, buddy, I'm fine with that. It's very, very overwhelming sometimes. But yeah, as long as anybody's sticking around, I hope they're having a good time is all. Feel free to say hi. Try praising video essays. Oh yeah, they were all video essayists that left. There are great video essays out there, but yeah, there's definitely like a little bit of an epidemic of, I can't hit this guy for the life of me, seeing one video essay and then being like, I want to do that, and not learning the base skill set that you probably should. Why am I not shooting these gunners? He was stuck in the door, wasn't he? What a goof. Should make some video essays, though. Why not? Just, you know, spend more time trying to parse down, make sure things are clear, check with a buddy to, you know, make sure your argumentation is coming across properly before you just make the whole thing, pop it on YouTube, and it's like 45 minutes when it could be 20, you know? That's how you are with baking. Oh, I can make a cheese sauce? Why respect ratios? More cheese! Terrible example. You can never have too much cheese. It's just, yeah. It's just so funny how often... I hope I'm not coming off super negative. I just find it interesting. But it's funny how often you'll pick up a new skill for the first time, and you have those moments where you're like, man, I thought this would be hard, but I didn't realize how hard it was so early, or how much you had to actually learn before you could do the most basic stuff. And then we just kind of have an amnesia about that as soon as we go to offer our opinion on something we don't know and don't understand. Why there will never be an uncle like Uncle Ted. Gotta go to a meeting, you'll be on audio chat only if anyone cares about your soul. We all care, Sound. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. And that map, I hope to have finished soon. Sorry for the long break I took. So if you have any changes you want to make to the MIDI, or you want to get that all finalized, or if it already is, you can just let me know. But I'll be locking that in pretty soon, so make sure you're comfortable with where you have the state you have that MIDI in. I'm happy with it, but just it's your MIDI and your name's going on it, so the deadline's coming up. Make sure you're nice and comfy. You invented a way of folding a large bag of chips so the chips stay fresh. I could use a video essay on that. Please and thank you. It's a shame that you neglect the normal shotgun. Yeah, would have been better for those gunners up on the ridge, eh? Definitely many uses for the normal shotgun. I think I'm just, my brain's a little overworked right now. Used it enough to stream. There was a map where we just, it was this map actually, and maybe another one, where we just weren't given a super for so long. The delayed gratification was intense. And then I'm redeemable. I'll forget I have an SSG soon. I can forget anything. I'm incredible. I'm what dementia aspires to be. I feel like I'm enjoying this map maybe the most of the 5 we've played so far. I think I like 1 the second most. This one the most. And I don't think I was crazy about 2 and 3. 4 was pretty good. Although if Midas is right about that Cyber Demon, those Cyber Demons only coming in when you pick up that invuln in that one fight, that is a little weird. I think that's everything. Also, you found out if you make pancake batter, then put it in an old ketchup bottle and refrigerate it, it makes much better pancakes. Is that true? Can you just get more of an even distribution when you're squeezing it out? Is it setting in the fridge or something? What's the scientific answer? Somebody ask Billa. Okay, whoa, okay, hold on. No! No one wants to see that. You're in fighting, nice. Okay. We kind of salvaged it. We're all right. So either they get bigger, badder, and better? Yeah. What are these life hacks? That's the other thing that got out of control for a while. Was just life hack videos. Of just going way out of your way to make something maybe, arguably, mildly easier. And then just content farms going nuts with those. You can shake it up in the bottle to make it airy. Oh, interesting. You don't know why cold batter makes pancakes better, but it does. Interesting. I couldn't give you the answer. We've talked about the failings of my college chemistry classes, right? We didn't talk about butter. We didn't talk about pancakes. I'm useless to you. You have to empty out the ketchup first. Ideally. Not required, but recommended. That's funny. I see no reason to pick up this Berserk, but I'm going to do it anyway. Oh, okay. It turns out it was mandatory. Nice. Whoops. I wasn't sure where my walls were there. Got confused about my sight lines. You can fall down near the main behind the ledge for some extra kills. Okay. Right. I'm not one of those extra kills, am I? It sounds dangerous. 5-minute crafts. Yeah, assuming everyone has a hot glue gun at their disposal. Just the time and effort. I'm not interested in your life hacks if they take any time or effort at all. You want me washing out my ketchup bottle? No dice. Absolutely diceless. I don't see the Manx that I was talking about. It's just an easy area to miss. Okay, I'll backtrack. I assume I have to backtrack to do what you're talking about. So I will. Take these guys out. Hey, Flicker. Long time no see. 5-minute craft should get a new clock. Also valid criticism. 444 items. Yeah, there's just been like health pots everywhere. Maybe I don't need to take this Archie out. You can drop down by the Manx. Drop down by the Manx. A little lost there. Little lost. 5-minute craft step 1. Obtain a nuclear grade centrifuge. If you do not have a nuclear grade centrifuge, you can replace it with a funnel and a long string. I hear stuff down here. Is this what you're talking about? Are these the easy kills? Hopefully I haven't missed anything else. Although I feel like I would have come down here with a red key, so this couldn't have been what you're talking about, because it wouldn't have been easy to miss. Life hack, cut pizza with scissors. Oh man, did someone I know do that? No, it was broccoli. It was hooligan and it was broccoli. They're cutting it up with scissors. Was it broccoli? It was something like that. But they were so proud of themselves. They were like, oh man, look at this genius idea I had. Or was it like chicken? I can't remember. But it was fine, it was serviceable. It's like, yeah, okay, you can use the scissors for that, but is it really easier than a knife? Who's to say? I guess this takes us back. Finally something you can follow. Go to bed and give up. You're just pretty near those mancubi just there. Oh man, was I? Now I'm completely lost. Have I been here before? I see corpses. I'm just gonna push forward, and I guess we'll check the map and come back if I miss anything. One useful life hack you learned from Life Hack Book was always turning screws backward, and then they drop into grooves. That sounds actually actionable, and not like a huge waste of time, so I'm gonna give that my SoBad seal of life hack approval. And I don't give a lot of those out. It's my first ever. We went through here. So I'm still not... Oh, those mancubi over there? Were you warning me ahead of time? I thought I had to backtrack, but you were saying up here, don't miss these kills. I gotcha. Chicken cut's great with scissors too. I feel like chicken cut's good with anything. It's not really a tough cut. Whoops! Can that go open that door? He can. These kills, okay. Alright, we're all up to speed. Totally caught up. I know exactly what you're talking about. Got it. Make coffee with hot ingredients to save yourself reducing the atmospheric pressure in the room before you drink it. Use your nails to cut chicken. That's a bit of a tall order. KB, you got some coke nails you gotta tell us about? Which of these teleporters am I taking? Let's try white. This looks new. Oh, the soul spheres. Okay, so white's a secret. Very nice. Okay. Probably the red just takes us back. We should check anyway. And also just check for secrets real quick. I don't see nothing. Red takes us back. Okay, easy peasy. This week is pure success so far. Saves time from washing scissors, just wash your hands. You could if you needed a life hack. You could grow long nails at a moment's notice. Why did I do this? Getting too distracted. What else is new, I guess? Long-form video blog on chicken technique when? Yes. I'm gonna need to see video evidence of you cutting chicken with your fingernails. And just not getting the candy all stuck under your nails. It's gross. See, if KB were doing that, That would have been a 180 button moment for sure. KB's best life hack is using the 180 key ever at all. For any reason. Your Doom channel? You tend to bite your nails until they bleed and you don't think anyone wants that in their chicken nuggets. Pretty gross. Pretty gross. Have you tried coating your fingers in something that tastes dirt nasty so you don't do that anymore? I don't mean to rob you of your hobbies. I have no keys. I have so much trouble with conveyance. Oh, there's a key. Was this here the whole time? That's weird. Oh, I did get all the secrets. Good point. Thanks, Phil. 180 key is discriminated and persecuted. Yeah, you can hotkey a 180 degree spin. And KB is the only one I know who uses that for anything. We also have tons of plasma here. Okay, so I didn't kill those guys up there, eh? That sucks. Let's get behind these guys, cause a little infighting. Nothing crazy. Okay, that's all good. I was hoping the Mank would hit him before I did, but I mistimed it. Doom has a 180 key. Sorry, I already read that. He's a dirty cheater and he has 180 key bound to left click. For easy access. Just shooting and 180ing at the same time. I hope you don't get nauseous easily. Is this a teleporter? It is. There's still over 100 guys left. Color me surprised. Little for progress save. I think that's everything. Exit this way, but I need a blue key. Think about what you could do with that 180 key on the dance floor. Am I right? That's what you like to do in real life. 360 degree turns. I see. This comes down. Okay, better save so don't get lost. Been playing Doom for years and didn't know about the 180 key. Is it vanilla compatible, KB, or is it just modern source ports that have the 180 key? I always 180 by accident when I'm playing Left 4 Dead 2. Uh-oh. Oh no, I'm locked in! Ooh! Ooh! Let's power through. Power through and never admit your mistakes. Why do I still have rockets in it? I don't have enough health for this. Zero Master doesn't like anything. Harsh. Harsh. Man, Mark Brown's never gonna come by my chat. Zero Master's never gonna come by my chat. You guys are alienating everybody. I did get that backpack. I'm so lost. I'm just wandering around aimlessly. Was I supposed to? Oh, I'm back. Oh, is he okay? Okay, all right. Fair enough. Some stuff's TPing in. About to have a grand old time. 33 rockets should be plenty for whatever this is. I don't even need to know. Don't tell me. Looper will never come by my chat. Oh, is Looper the one who raided? I think so. Is Looper around, or did they bail? What? I appreciate it regardless. I'm always the worst about raiding and then just jump and ship. But I usually finish my stream and then have to get to doing something immediately. Modern source ports should have a handbrake turn key since Doom God controls like he's on roller skates. Ah! Is that a Homer that was still orbiting me and I didn't notice? Crazy stuff. It's good if Mark Brown ever drives by. He's essentially a criminal. Are you willing to go on the record saying that in the court of law? Is he the litigious type? Also, Billa, if you've seen Mark Brown, can you explain which accent that is that he has? You impulsively check the online users list and you'd be surprised with some people who've sat in here for hours without speaking. That's publicly available? I know nothing about Twitch. I'm so bad at my hobby. You can just go in anyone's chat and see who's present. That's so creepy. Looper was so disappointed by your reaction, he wrote you down on his shit list. Oh, man. I'm bad at this. I'll pop in other people's streams and I'll see the cool stuff that they have baked into their stream, and I just feel so incompetent. I was in Austin's stream, and when I said hi, he did this like video shout out where one of my clips showed up in his stream and gave people the option to subscribe to me, and it was like black magic. I don't know how people are doing this stuff. It was very cool. Seems like quite a nice guy. Hey, you're changing your story now. This will never hold up in court. Is Mark Brown an irredeemable monster or not? Oh boy. 8 rockets is in theory enough for this. Nice. We only beefed one. It would be really funny if Danny DeVito would randomly check into Doom Twitch streams. That would be so cool. Danny DeVito's the best. Who was it that said they had a Danny DeVito calendar that they made themselves? Are they here? Does anyone remember who that was? Because I'm still waiting to see it. Sometimes it's inaccurate. Just click. Oh, that was Midas about to give me the key to it all. I'll read that message in just a second. I counted wrong on that rev, but only slightly. Need a drink of water. Oh, it was you! You haven't found your Danny DeVito calendar? You gotta dig it out. We all need to see it. I need a Danny DeVito calendar emote. Sorry, what did I miss? Just click on the little guy on the right top corner and you can see who's in. Oh man, I'm not sure I want to cross that boundary. That's a step forward in our relationship that I'm not ready for. But seems like a waste of plasma and also of health. This level's wacky. I have no idea where I am or how I got here. If I played through this again, I'd take exactly as long to do all the same stuff. And I gotta remember Phil's right, there's no need to look for secrets. Which I just did anyway. Anyway, you started stream sniping, bang bang. I like the big arrow. I feel like that's the one time I didn't need a big arrow and I'm being given it. I mean, where else is there to go? Oh, rad suit. Interesting. Am I supposed to be down here? Oh, that's not the gun I want out. Thank you, Rev. No, 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 no. Woo. Woo. That's crazy. What's someone with like 100 viewers doing watching my channel anyway? That's crazy. This is some triple digit numbers. You know if 100 key is originally vanilla? A little late to the party there, KB. Were your hands busy cutting chicken with your own fingernails and you couldn't answer my question till now? Apparently it was allowed during competition days. Interesting. I mean, everyone's able to do it. It doesn't actually... Yeah, it doesn't give you an unfair advantage necessarily, so... I can understand it being allowed, but... Man, it's weird. Feels weird to do. Kind of gives me motion sickness. This is the worst way I could have handled this. Remind me to never dodge anything. Okay, so now I can go this way. Is there a little health before I do? Or do I not even care? I think I don't care. A lot of people feel like it's cheating or just don't like it. Why do they think it's cheating? Like, what's the unfair advantage it gives? One is a macro that was allowed because keyboard players turned too slow. Oh, that's fair. You do have quite an advantage with mouse and keyboard, especially if your DPI is as high as mine is, right? Oh, we did get all the kills. We got all the kills? I'll take it. I lost track completely. You think most people just don't like how it looks in demos and it sets off alarms in their head like, is this really loud? Yeah. Kind of looks TAS, right? It's not like everyone can afford a computer mouse. Yeah, you can integrate into fights sometimes. And there's time to be saved if like the fight's behind you after you hit the switch, you can turn immediately. And KB, you made that one neat hallway fight in one of your maps. Was it Ambrosia? Where you were just fighting in a narrow hallway, but both ends, and the 180 key would come in really useful there. Hey, Dead Rust! I know, I can't believe how much time went by. It was crazy. I thought it had been a week and a half, 2 weeks tops, and then people were checking in, like, are you okay? And I checked the last time that I was on, and it was... I just can't believe how long ago. Time flies. But we're back. Should be able to keep up with it again. A little less busy. Not a lot less busy, but a little. I don't know if I wanted to TP there, but what are you gonna do? And then I might try to do a couple extra streams, because I'm having a weird ethics crisis where people are very kind. Sound, for example, today gifted a bunch of subs, which is crazy kind. And like they'll subscribe for a month, and then I don't stream for half that month, and I feel terrible. So I might try to make up for it a little bit, where it's like, hey, you know, thank you for the support, thanks for being kind, and I'll try to make sure you get a month's worth of streams. So maybe like next week I'll stream every day or something, and because I gotta get used to it again anyway, and shake the nerves again. Whenever I go too long without doing it, the anxiety comes back real quick. One turn too far. So 180. Didn't realize you hadn't streamed. Just been busy. Every usual stream day. Oh yeah, no, it was both of us. We let each other down, if anything. But yeah, I realized I don't think I've put a YouTube video up in a month now. It might be like a month tomorrow or something, or close to it. And I hadn't streamed for at least 14 days because the VODs aren't up anymore. I just can't believe how fast time flies. It's nuts stuff. You won't stop until you run Hell Revealed. Yuck. Oh wait, this is damaging floor. Okay, a little confused about the progression, but we'll pop in a save. And you can take some of Merz's maxes out of spite. Do it. We need some drama in the Doom community. I've heard there's lots of drama in the Twitch community, so we might as well start some of our own. And I could start beefing with someone else. I haven't had a beef in a while. Just don't stress yourself out. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. That's a great point. Yeah, I don't want to do it out of obligation. I want to do it because I enjoy it. But I do think I think I want to do a couple more coming up. Just to I don't know. I don't know how to describe the feeling that I'm having. I just want to make sure I'm behaving kindly in all that I do. I don't want to be rude. I don't want someone to come in and, you know, essentially say, "Hey, thanks for the stream for the upcoming month," and then I just vanish. And I thought about making a community post at one point because I didn't know how long I was going to be away, but at that point it had already been a really long time and I hadn't known it yet. And then I knew I was coming back soon, so I definitely pooched that one up good. Just start tick beating people out of spite. Is it considered rude to tick beat somebody on a record? Or is anything fair game? What's the actual reaction to that people typically give? Because my instinct would be that it's fair game, but people will get mad about anything, so you never know. I want that blue armor. I'm gonna get that blue armor. Beef with Mount Pain eyes emoji. That's old pain you're bringing up. We've grown, we've evolved past that. Why do I keep jumping down here? I'm the wrong side too. You just put inactive in your about sections for your socials? I don't think I have socials. What are socials? Oh, on Twitch, the about... I see. Yeah, I could. What I did when I was missing one day, one stream, I just updated the stream title to that, and I felt like that works pretty well. Because then you come by for the stream, and it's right there, like, sorry, no stream today. So I felt good about that. I'll try to do that from now on. I feel like if I make a post anywhere else, then there's no guarantee people see it, and then they're just like, where are you? Can't have beef with SoBad, you're currently maxed out on beefs. Mark Brown is a hefty beef. That is a grade A local farm-raised beef. You have to devote all of your attention to it. Oh, I jumped down for the blue armor. That's why I'm backtracking. Okay. I got confused for a second. There's gunners in here. Can I shoot their foreheads? Nice. Finally getting a taste of their own medicine. YouTube and Twitch are my socials? Gotcha. I'm learning so much. Please forgive my boomerism. I'll grab this key. And then I guess we're kind of backtracking to use it. Didn't you beat your own record recently on that Nightmare E3M8 run? Oh, is it Nightmare that you've been doing? You just said E3M8. I don't remember you saying Nightmare. Maybe you did and I read too fast and missed it. I bled a lot of health out there that I didn't need to. Where is this door? And there's a Kako here? Kept checking your schedule, but then you weren't streaming, so I almost didn't check today. Sorry. I know, I was so bad about that. I would get busy and I'd keep thinking like, man, I gotta update my schedule or say something just so nobody's wasting even the like 30 seconds it takes to come in and check. But I would think to do it, and then I'd finish something else, and then it would leave my mind completely. Which isn't an excuse, I feel bad about it. But just letting you know. Letting you know I almost did the right thing, except for that I didn't. And I'll try to be less of a jerk about it in future. This map has one dumb secret. Please let me know when we get there. And we'll get it. Okay, so I'm just trying to figure out where this yellow... Oh, I gotta wrap around to it? It's over on the right somewhere? How do I wrap around to it? I see it over there. How do I get over there? I'm confused. I'm confused. We're gonna drop down here for the health. Oh, I see a button there. It's not E1M1. Why don't we just move on from E1M1 and optimize that down to the tick? E1M2, you mean? You're about halfway through all YouTube runs. Filling you to kill some time work. You just fall down in the teleporter? Oh, okay. Are these two different teleporters that take me to different halves of the map? That was a cool secret. Is that the dumb secret? That felt like a fair secret to me. So if I want to be on the yellow key side, I go on the left side of this. Yeah, that's right. Okay. I just didn't realize that was two teleporters at first. I do have a chain gun. Oh dear, dead rest. That's commitment right there. You have a true fan in Dead Rest. And you must never forsake your fans by not uploading for a month at a time. A really bad pass point. Whoops! So maybe it's Syriac's point. Syriac's fault? Is Syriac also speedrunning? Or are we talking about his maps? Whoa! I hear revs. This is awkward. No, okay, I do see the revs. And I do have 2 rockets. Well spent. Spend a little plasma. Everywhere I go, I'm getting chipped by stuff. Hold on, there's someone up here. Bunch of chain gunners. Rough stuff. I'm a terrible streamer. I've lost track of the, inundated you with no SP2 runs. Nice word. Nice vocabulary flex. Uh-oh, I don't think I want to do this. And I have no rockets. Never mind, it's nothing. I have to pee like a racehorse. Do people still say that? Good thing you ain't a fan of that SoBad guy then. Bill has beef with Syriac. Oh no. You spam Kinect's feed with Overboard runs. He made the WOD too fun. Overboard was super fun. Big fan. Has there been any word? Is Moldy going to be making more stuff? Any word on the street about that? Because I know previously there was a lengthy absence. An absence that puts all my past absences to shame. I'll never be the best at anything, even being absent. He said he doesn't plan to make any WODs anytime soon. I think that's just the safest thing to say. That's what I'm learning. I keep saying, you know what I'd like to do on my YouTube channel, and then something that I would genuinely like to do. But then I never get around to it. And then I'm kind of like making false promises by accident. Am I gonna get an SSG? Poppy would like an SSG. gonna try that teleporter down by the Manx in a sec. Once we spend a ton of ammo. Oh, there's also a little cave here. Should I have been making better use of my rat suit? Or is there another one I'm gonna get? You can see when the moment there that the dodging overwhelmed my brain, and I could no longer aim my shotgun. It's best to under promise and over deliver. That's absolutely true. It's just tough, especially on Twitch, because it's just part of making conversation. I'll get excited about something, you know, be like, "Oh, guys, you got to hear about this cool thing I want to do," and then, you know, doesn't happen. Okay, let's grab a little more ammo and then let's jump down and see what's through here. Strategic use of a save. Said you're sure return to Doom map at some point in the next several years. I look forward to it. Okay, this is damaging floor. There's a rad suit. And a berserk as an apology for hurting you on the floor. Very nice. Is that everything? I guess that's the whole secret. Yeah, looks like it. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Make of that what I will. I will. I'm gonna take that and run with it. And I'm gonna make it his fault when it doesn't live up to my expectations that I invented. Only remove one monster from his last over map. Oh, I saw that actually. Invalidated some runs. Or if he fixes it, it'll invalidate the run. Already acquired energy plus and D2 all runs, so those will desync when he updates it. That's brutal. I know the pain, because my only run I've ever done was that old Still Life map, and that's all getting changed now. That was so unfortunate. That looked like Redknov did it on purpose, because I done the run and I'm uploading the video. And then he says that he's gonna change stuff up. It's like, I know he knew I was going for it. Quiet for months and then punishes me. Hey, a trooper! I want that. Forgot I had plasma? Forgive me? Come out of there. No! Got stuck in the geometry for a second. Redknov said Mr. 1000. Are we beefing with Redknov? Oh. Old Still Life was exciting. That was such a fun stream. There's no way, like the first time that I did the map and just the nerves were killing me, it's so stressful. I probably made it look really hard, and then on stream we just did it in not that many tries. And truthfully, it's not that hard, right? It's just high stakes. But it's just so well designed, and that your nerves are going to get to you. If you're prone to nerves at all. Because just nowhere is safe. You're just constantly in danger of getting one shot. In the poison one of the caves, there's a shootable wall with an invuln in it. Okay. Down here. I'm getting used to the fact that you try to warn me ahead of time, which is very nice. Because there is a stream delay, and if you tell me while I'm there, then you'll be like 30 seconds too late. Your skip for map 6 exposes Hall of Mirrors, so it's even more in danger of being axed. Oh no. Wait, is that an overboard or Old Still Life? Why patch the WAD with a Hall of Mirrors fix when it's already really good and demos will desync? That's a good question. Okay, there's a shootable wall somewhere. I might have to use some auto map magic to find it, but I haven't forgotten. Id game should be final. That would be a good way to know. That would be a very kind of thoughtful litmus test to allow. Where you just, if you downloaded it off id games, you know it's not going to change. Okay, shootable wall, I see it. It's in here. And it's here. And it is an invuln. You said it was an invuln, and I forgot that you said it was an invuln, and now I've wasted it. So hopefully we don't need it. And then what am I doing here? Did I just skip a teleporter? That eye looks like it's a teleporter and I just skipped it. It was. That's a button that was hard to see. We've got rockets. Popping a save. Who needs the invuln? Not even on Pooger's map 4. It's more understandable though, since this WOD is accessible to less speedrunning hardcore players. Should do it like Ribix. Post the WOD, wait for it to be back, then post one more version saying this is final thanks. Yeah. Just to have the predictability of it. It's fair enough. I see there's a Cyber Demon. And I don't want to be down here. Oh, he's right there. Oh, okay, well that's a hilarious save, so. Is he here? Oh, it TPs us out. Okay, I'm getting all mixed up here. Really good at the game, we care about gameplay. For Poogers 31. Yeah. Yeah. Poogers is kind of a bit of a meme wad anyway, right? A bit of a meme wad. It's absolutely full on a meme wad. So I feel like people would be more willing to overlook any little graphical glitches. Excuse me while I try not to die in one shot. After borking this good. Okay, you're pretty low. You're pretty low. There we go. That's close. I wonder if I didn't miss a couple shells on the wall there if I would have had the one shot. You have a perfectionist mindset? I'm so slow with the chat. Mostly Earths and Helps. You mean with your map making? I have a perfectionist mindset about everything, and it's a constant battle to not try to just remake everything that I'm working on constantly. Because there's always a way to make it ever so slightly not as bad. So secret megasphere, presumably. We are missing one secret. Don't know what that switch did. I don't know what anything did. I can't believe I've been finding my way around so far. Oh, it opened this. That's probably gonna let that arch file out or something. Something's happening. Does this lift go down if I line def? Nope. Poogers became the biggest meme when people stopped making meme maps for it. It's not a full meme wad. Vortail forgot to shitpost and actually made a map. Yeah, there's a couple legitimately fun maps in there, but I haven't played the whole thing, because there's a few that you get in and you're just like, what am I looking at? You're working on a Doom level and it's terrible? Good for you. It's the only way to do it. This is awkward. This definitely doesn't go back down. Am I jumping down? Is the secret up here? If Midas is still here, can I get this megasphere from this location? Or am I coming back later? I'm gonna take a little swig of water. Oh, that's the map title? You should play Poogers 4, it would be so epic. I'm trying to remember if I played Poogers 4. Played 1 for sure. 2 for sure. The Archvile Jump 1 I played. And... what else? I can't remember what else. I played the map 7 one. The dead simple one. Can I make it to this teleporter? Nope. Oh, blue key though. Okay, this is a little awkward. But nothing we can't handle. I forgot it was a teleporter. I mixed around again. Okay, okay. We're good. We're good. We can get a better line on these guys. Let's get it, let them get closer. That's not the secret? Oh, okay. So it's just foreshadowing? It's not even a secret megasphere? Nice. Crisis averted. Oof. Shoot me right through the corpses, buddy. Where was the corpse blocking on that? Okay, so we got blue key out of that. We need some health. Here's some health. Asking you shall receive. He doesn't just love you when he's married to it at this point. Should play Dacino's golf map with the Wario Land golf minigame music. I don't... it doesn't sound familiar. I don't think so. That's funny though. Perker 7 is so funny when you contextualize with like maps 29, 31. Yeah, what a wild wad. Let's get our predictions in. Do we think it's a CAC Awards contender? Map 24 is also a legit map. Legitimately diabolic. There's a couple in there. There was one I was watching Brendan play. There was like a big circular room and the whole floor was a conveyor. And then at the end, you're just surviving this onslaught of lost souls as you go down a lift. That was pretty fun. Shocked it has an exit at all. Nope. Nope. Oh, just not quite quick enough on the draw there. It's the chain gunner I'm worried about. Okay. I see no reason not to save with 11 health. There's plenty of health around. Plenty. You have to blast chain gunner with arch files like golf. No, that sounds familiar. I think I did do that one. Oh, I thought that was like a baseball thing. It's golf. Is that the one where you start off in a room and it's just switches? Like the whole wall is just switches? Because I did play that one. Actually, Dave and I tried to play that one co-op and we got stonewalled because we had no idea what was going on. I don't even know if it's playable co-op. So that ended our Poogers run together. But, yeah, definitely I played that. Why am I trying to save? It's just a couple revs. And Caligon's run of that map is good. I don't know if you know this, but Caligon's run of every map is good. I don't have any plasma. Is this just the exit? No. That beats your 19% save earlier? It does. New record. If you took out the rocket jump after the first fight and the S50, then it wouldn't be that bad. Are we still talking about 24? Literally skill issue. I'm just not great. Not great at straight up no-mo movement. Preaching to the choir, buddy. My movement is terrible. Hey, I like what I'm seeing here, but I'm not liking that I haven't been given a Ratsu yet. Never mind, I just saw one. Okay, this looks cool. This looks very cool. And there's some green armor. Let's do it. Man, I have to pee so bad. Like, it's a problem. Do I need their help? There's not that many guys left. Whoops! Whoa, that's close. I can't imagine needing the help of these cyber demons. Whoops. Okay. And let's rocket the Manx, I guess? Oh, and there's an Archie up there. Let's do the Manx first. Oh, they're so high. I hate when stuff is put this high. It's so awkward. This is a terrible angle. I should be shooting straight on so he can't juke me up and down the stairs. Woo! And there's more BFG ammo, so I'm kind of being silly here. The ending's cool visually. Two dumbest plays Manx here. Yeah, I'm gonna agree with that. I don't like it. If I'm supposed to be shooting them from down here, this feels bad. This feels really bad. I don't like it. Get this tracer off me. Gross. What's the other map? They'll never get max because of platforming. 22. Oh, do I care? Do we just not kill these guys? I guess I can come up the stairs a little bit. It's not that bad. Okay, yeah, it's not that bad. I don't know why they need to be that high. I don't know what that adds to the fight, but you can shoot them from the top of the stairs. That's not the worst. And then this is the exit. We're missing two guys. I can hear them. They're probably in the secret. I'm not too concerned about it because if I don't pee right now, I'm gonna actually burst. So I'll be right back. And you guys can get a sneak peek at the lore and the next level. Can I mention the next? Only Poker the maps play 24 there. Decino's other maps probably the most doable max left, but the start is too boring. Just leave. You think you fixed the map bit? Oh, okay. So I tried Decino's other map for a little bit, found it insanely annoying and tedious. CBRB. Two Manx were way higher before. Were they really? Because those were pretty high. So burst. The Disnova bathes the horizon in viridescent fallout? What's viridescent? I know iridescent, I don't know viridescent. And you recall an adage from your youth. A quiet mind may fall behind, but one on edge will slip off the ledge. What's going on here? Now your mind is piqued with a question. Am I slipping? With a flick of the switch and a terrible flash from the console, your mind and body are swept away on a beam of energy. Off to the stars on a journey in search of an answer. Not the worst. Having to pee so bad. Viridescent equals green? Oh, like verdant? That's interesting. Green and glowing like a BFG ball. Gotcha. Okay, yeah. I will be right back. So quick, so soon. You won't even know. You won't even know! Okay, what did I miss? We learned what viridescent means. Very cool. You want a monster to slowly approach just as he returns. Why are you trying to give me anxiety? Why you gotta be due? Middies for this water, fantastic. Definitely didn't wash your hands. I washed my hands thoroughly and anxiously every time. So Pete, you hope one day that dozens of people wait while you pee. You'll get there. You'll get there. Now to top off the tank. Yeah, the middies have been nice. Somebody said that AD79 did all the middies. I can't confirm that myself, but great job if so. Oh, I didn't pistol start. Shrine of Moss. Everything's green. He's making more piss. Production has began at the piss factory. I had a friend who English was, I think, her third language. I shouldn't say it passed her. She hasn't died or anything. I just haven't spoken to her in a while, but one day we were hanging out and I was just blowing her mind with how many slang phrases there are for going to the bathroom in English and how none of them make sense. So I was just rattling them off, and I forget them all now, but you do like, oh, I gotta go drop the kids off at the pool. And then she would just laugh her ass off because she knows what all those words literally mean, but would have never used it in that way. But you can kind of get that one. You can get what it's going for, but then there's like, I have to go see a man about a horse. And you would never know. If you hadn't heard that phrase before, you would never know what it means. The stream just keeps on giving. Uh-oh, what'd I do? Oh, it's the, we're still on the piss thing? Oh, Renek's here! Hey, Renek, I wore the owls just in case you came by. Want you to know that. Everybody's doing good. This is a really nice MIDI. Oh, I like that motif that just played. That's nice. Good stuff. There's also taking the piss. But that's not about going to the bathroom, right? But it is similarly confusing where you're like, what the hell are you talking about? English is my native language. And the first time I heard taking the piss, I had no idea what was going on. Should I be down here? I don't know if I'm digging all the damaging floors in these maps. Like, I feel like I always have to take a little bit of damage as I'm going around. But that's just me being obsessive about never taking damage ever. Which I need to get over. At your corporate job, you tell people you have to go to a meeting. Nice. Do you wink when you say it? Is it unprofessional to wink? Is there any context where winking is actually very professional? All this damaging floor! That felt like a little checkpoint that I hit. Oh, I can't go in there? Weird. This is weird. I feel weird about this. It's Tarnsman's evil influence. Oh, okay. Coming in, you were dying one hit. I'm literally berserking right now. One of your coworkers was saying toilet is his office. Business meeting equals number 2. Dropping kids off at the pool. I like dropping kids off at the pool. That one's great. I also like calling it the John. Gotta go talk to John. Winking at someone is on the same level as getting a back rub from your uncle. What? No! Winking has to be way more innocuous than that. There's no way. Or are you saying that it's totally normal to get a back rub from your uncle? I was gonna say is, we need Ponky to weigh in on this. Ponky's our leading authority on uncles and having them thereof. Oh, I didn't realize I could go up there. But now that I realized I can, I want to. Get myself a little backpack action. No secrets to look for. Little synth solo? Nice. Getting a wink, it's like getting a back rub from a stranger on the bus as a child. Depends who's winking and how attractive they are, let's be honest. Or not having them. Alas, the number of uncles I have is ever decreasing. Oh no. Ponky's in an uncle recession. Am I? Whoa. Am I being dumb? I'm lost. Not afraid to admit it. Oh, I didn't go down here. I see. I didn't realize we could just walk through that window. Or I guess we didn't even have to. We could just come around. Okay, yeah. That's on me. Don't blame the map. What about non-secret secrets? There could be. There's been a few. Or what seem like they're non-secret secrets. Heard the terms of damaging floors aren't vibing with everybody. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of just putting damaging floors around. But I can't give you a good reason why not. I can't articulate it properly. I would have to only do a YouTube quality video essay on why I don't like them. But I couldn't tell you they're wrong. It's like anytime I'm forced to take damage, I just have less fun. It's definitely a me issue. You like me undies. Here comes me issue. Can I get that spider to shoot? Thank you. Love it. Yeah, there's a non-secret, but secret-y feeling BFG a few maps ago, that's right. Or in Spain only, you guess? Look at Doom 2. Spain only map team for reference, not everyone digging it. I gotta play more of In Spain Only. I played a few maps and I was gonna do it blind. Either on stream or something, and then I couldn't help myself from watching Vecino play it. So it wouldn't be blind anymore. Do I know 15 though? I think I know which one 15 is. Turns out it's Zemo's video, so who knows? Yeah. Exactly. See, he's playing it so you don't have to. There's a lot of manx over there. This is getting a little out of hand. Holy crap. You played it yourself and it wasn't fun. The secret exit is oh, that where like the wall kind of behind the torch is the secret exit? Is that the one? Yeah, that was nonsense. Combo force damage and not knowing the way is annoying. Yeah. And you never, it makes you so hesitant, right? Because you're like, am I supposed to be dropping down here? I don't have a rad suit. It feels wrong. But it also feels like not a good complaint, because you quickly save the game and then you check and then you know. So I really feel like it's not fair for me to be whining about it so much, but I don't like it. Whoa. Okay, lifts. We haven't saved in a while, have we? I can't remember. Oh, I missed something about Danny DeVito. Pause! Would you rather get a back rub from Danny DeVito or Joe Pesci? I find Danny DeVito less intimidating than Joe Pesci, so I would say Danny. Make Tastic section as a pank to clear out. Whoa! Oops. Nice pun. Oh, there's a mink there too. Whoa, okay. Okay, we can kill one of these guys. Oh, the Arachnotron needed to die first, though. Never mind, the gunners also need to die. There's gunners everywhere. So much force damage. So much force damage! It's a good thing we saved. Okay, now we know. Fantastic, thank did that very well. This map loves a mank. This is so fair. Oh, he was infighting. What a wasted opportunity. I thought I cleared this. Oh, they're TPing in. Okay, this is fine. We'll just heal it all off. With an abundance of health. Who just shotgunned me? Twice? Unacceptable. Wait, what did Phil do with that? Was it the mank pun? Was Phil the one who said the mank pun? Phil's got some impressive puns for someone whose first language is not English. We've always known that about him. Unrelated, but opinions on having 56 death bits in a platforming fight? It depends. It depends on the fight. I would like it better in like an MBF 21 situation where it's instant kills you. It sucks when you fall in and you've got to either wait to die or reload the save. It's a little more frustrating. Just feels like polite, but since that's not a vanilla compatible thing, then I'm not going to hold anybody to that. So I don't know what to tell you. It just depends, you know? More death bits if you fail the platform, it's your fault. Yeah, it depends how fair it feels. It's tough to say. I don't know why I'm using chain gun for this. I don't know why I'm clearing this at all. Just don't. No! Oh, I located him at the last second, and it was too late to dodge. Can I even hit him here? It looks like maybe. If he attacks me and stands still. And then the auto-targeting pulls the rockets up over the ledge. Oh, dude, you gotta hit me, though. You gotta hit me, though? Yeah, you can't hit him. Okay. So 2 more of those and he's dead. Cool, thanks for opinions. I'm sorry that I kind of chickened out of giving you a solid opinion. It's just kind of like, you know, when they bother me, they bother me. I guess if the platforming feels fair and it really does feel like my fault that I fell in the pit, then it's cool. And if it really feels like the fight is designed around it, like that's the obstacle. Sometimes you're running through a map and you just fall in a death pit that's just kind of randomly there, and that feels a little lame. But maybe it shouldn't. Oh no! Like right now! No! No! Tragic. No, you weren't the main guy. You tried making a wordplay joke with Danny. Oh, Danny DeCino, but couldn't think of something. I gotcha. Hit me, I'm right here, do it now. No, Pocky. I ain't saving. I ain't saving when I'm literally doomed. Okay, he's in fighting. Take out this guy. How did that chain gunner not die for 1,000,000 years? Okay, this is our little cubby we should have been fighting from. Also, did I even see this button before? I feel like I didn't. Yeah, the invis will save me. The invis will make the lava miss. That's a much needed buff that the invis needs. Ignore how tautological that sentence was. Okay, I'm just taking pick damage, but that's fine. That's the name of the game. We'll put in a save here, because I'm sick of clearing that out, personally. Good, you got that blur sphere. It really did feel almost entirely useless, didn't it? Can this archvile stand still? Maybe I don't. No, I feel like I should. I feel like it's gonna bite me in the butt if I don't take that guy out while I can. Wow, it's really easy to do. I was looking down. Okay. And then probably I want to kill that Hell Knight, but I lost him. Okay, shoot me. Shoot me. Is he infighting with somebody? Why is he so stubborn? At least Doomguy doesn't scream like the Quake Ranger when he steps in lava. Okay. Okay, he's on me now. I think he was infighting. Nice. Another 2 of those and we're good? That's awkward. I think 1 landed. Oh, just shoot me though? Come on, get angry. Got him, okay. Okay. That's a save. And then we'll get this health and the green armor. What? I don't like it. And then we'll hit this button. Cool stuff. Think about the invis gets in GZM is pretty cool, where the monsters don't wake up if they're asleep and use an invis. Yeah. Yeah, that's a neat effect. And it makes sense, too. Have I been here? Plug some rockets in here. When falling from 5 feet. Crunch. Ooh. Yeah, how do we feel about falling damage in games in general? Doesn't it just feel bad? You just want to jump down somewhere and you're punished with actual death? It's no cool. You still make the Quake jumping sound whenever you jump in real life. How often are you jumping in real life? I feel like I don't jump that often. And I also feel like you reach a certain age and a certain level of inactivity and you're worried you can't even jump anymore. And like running is hard. You're like, would I be able to run if I had to? Would I have that coordination down? Just waiting for that shotgunner to hit him from behind. Feeling a lot of time pressure from this rad suit. You personally have your knife out to run faster in real life? You got a bunny hop too. Bunny hop backwards. Build infinite momentum. Okay, what am I doing here? Let's just waste some health. Boy, howdy did we ever waste that health. And then I think we're going this way. I'm gonna run out of rad suit. It's gonna be awkward. Yep. Let me in! Woo! Woo! Fall damage equals unfun? Yeah, I'm not a huge fan. Ask a Vile to target you, and then I'll be able to jump. This sounds like it would come at great cost. I like the Duke 3D falling from a great height sound. And fall damage can be okay. Yeah, sometimes it's important because you need to block off progression. And if progression is like below you on a cliffside, then fall damage seems like the way to do it. And it's more believable and immersive, I guess, than invisible walls. Do I shoot this? Aha! You can't hide from me, except I have no idea what that is. Oh, I see it. And that looks like a lift. I'm gonna run for it. Oh, it's a slow lift. Please don't put slow lifts in damaging floor. Oof, just bring the lift down instantly, please. Red key. Okay. And then we gotta run through the damaging floor again to get to the red key door. But I guess that's punishment for not doing that area fast enough. You shouldn't be here, level lord. How dare you trespass in my domain? Hold on, if I'm coming out of that red key door, where am I going? Is there a second red key door? I see something. That's a red key door? That is a red key door. Okay. Oh, but we also need the yellow key for it. Not cool. Quick fall damage is just a mess. It's like 15 points no matter how far you fall. You can drop 5 feet or 100 miles and it hurts the same. Is there fall damage in Doom 3? I feel like I remember there being fall damage in Doom 3. Not that I needed any more reason to dislike it. I assume we're getting the yellow key if we keep going this way? Whoa. Wait, have I been here? Wait a minute, I've been here. Oh. This is also red key? Oh, this is new, okay. Doom 3 fall damage is massive? Yeah, it's like stupid. A lot of stuff, you know what, I gotta be careful what I say though, because the only Doom 3 I remember playing is BFG edition. And it's of course horrible. But I don't want to accidentally criticize the actual Doom 3 if it doesn't deserve it. If all my problems are with BFG edition. While we're talking about Quake, does anyone else feel like Quake enemies are a bit too tanky? Coming from Doom to Tank. From Doom to Quake, it surprised you how many shots were needed, but I guess you fight less enemies. There's definitely an issue with having enemies take too much damage in general. Because eventually the player is going to reach the point where they can dodge that enemy's attack consistently and not have to worry about it. And so then they're just waiting for it to die. You know? Like that's why everybody feels how they do about Barons, right? You just have to fight one Baron with a shotgun, and it's just obnoxious. Just another thing that I feel like Doom otherwise nailed between the weapons and the options for the monsters, and it's kind of up to the mapper to use them responsibly. I feel like I'm wasting this rad suit, and I'm gonna need to have moved faster here. Probably. Maybe I shouldn't save. Grab this stuff. Definitely waking lots of stuff up. There's a misstep on the ladder and die 10 times over. Go to negative 400 health. Okay, don't pick that up yet. Okay, now pick it up. Oh boy. I don't know where we got all this plasma from. I'm not afraid to use it. You're dead. Ooh, I thought that hit the wall. Quake balancing something, something. I would like to read that as soon as I'm not dying. Ah, you always say the most interesting things. at the most tense moments. Okay, hold on. What did I miss? Pretty sure the modern ports dealt with that. Honky, cutest enemy in Quake. I'm gonna say Shambler. Negative 995 health happened all the time. Quake bouncing is completely different. You never get something like Dimensions in Doom. Yeah, from Doom, yeah. Yeah, Doom's great. I don't know. It boggles my mind how everything just works as well as it does in Doom. With no one to study off of, you know, no one to copy the homework from, except yourselves in your previous FPS. Just the amount of innovation is insane. The fact that pain chance exists in Doom is genius, and then you'll play modern shooters that don't have pain chance, and you're like, what are we doing? How are we so bad at this? Gotta learn from the predecessors. Oh, I missed the invis. Tragic. Oh, and there was a little ledge I could have been on the whole time. How much mileage these maps get from only 10 to 15 enemies in an encounter? Yeah, I feel engaged. The placement of the enemies has been, for the most part, good. And that there's a lot of, they have a lot of presence despite not having massive numbers most of the time. In a way that's almost pleasantly annoying, because you're just always taking damage. Sponsor called Tar Baby in the code. Baby made of tar. How's that not cute? Isn't that a super racist term? Is it? I mean, now I regret saying it if it is. Hopefully not. Probably something based on a Lovecraft concept, so yeah. I don't know, but it sounds like it. Yeah, it does. In retrospect, it sounds like it could be. So maybe we should be more careful in future. Today, it's interpreted by many as a racial slur, and politicians have gotten in trouble for using it. And what context are politicians even needing to use that term? That's crazy. It was a metaphor for a sticky situation. Okay, I should have finished reading your message before I jumped to conclusions. I gotcha. You're not English native, so these things are right over your head. You know not to read everything out loud. I can't. It's too much to ask. I gotta play Doom and read chat preemptively and censor myself and not dox myself with the stories I tell. It's just too much. There's too much going on. You just gotta let me fuck up every now and then. Like right there. It's gonna happen, it's gotta happen. It's kind of super is and kind of not. Yeah, so it sounds like something that originally could be used completely innocently, and as a leftover of that, someone could still use it completely innocently, but also could use it in a very insidious way. What a minefield language has become. Tough times. Tough times at Ridgemont High. I don't know why that came to mind. No! No. This needs to be a lift. This needs to be a lift. This needs to be a lift. Oh, see, this is the kind of death pit that I think is just the worst. Where was my last save? Ugh. Oh, right here. We're good. We're good. Glide like your life depends on it. Because it definitely does. Woof. Okay. You shouldn't dogs yourself, but why not? How common is it to speak French in Canada? It depends where you're from. Oh, I need all 3 keys for this? I haven't even seen the blue key. It is not common at all where I'm from, which is Southern Ontario, to speak French in your day-to-day. We learn French in school, but nobody's very good at it. I guess we needed the orange key to get the blue key. But if you're in Quebec, then French is going to be the majority language everywhere you go. And if you're in New Brunswick, then it's officially bilingual. So I don't know how much French speaking actually happens, but I would assume a decent amount. All your signage is going to be half French in New Brunswick by law. And if you ever do any kind of official government anything, if you have to call a government body to... I mean, you could have like you could need to order a new ID, or you have like tax questions you need to ask. If it is, welcome back, sound. But anytime you call like an official government phone line, you are by law required to be offered service in both English and French. So your first option will always be like press this number for service in English and press this number for service en français. What? Ah! No! Okay, more rad suit stuff. This looks kind of fun. I hear the Vile. I think he's up sniping. Quebec is the northernmost region of Latin America. That sounds like an incendiary statement. Like you're about to get in trouble with somebody. I don't know who, but I don't think you can just go around saying stuff like that. Why did I just waste that? You're dead? Nice. I don't know why I crane my neck when he's clearly just at the top of my screen. I get fooled. It's kind of crazy, but also neat. It is neat. And then there's lots of holdovers where like any product I buy in the store, there's going to be French on it as well as English. And I assume that that's just, I've talked about it before, but I assume that that's just because if you're already selling something in Canada and you need French for Quebec and both French and English by law in New Brunswick, then why make like English only packaging? Like why waste the money? So they just put both languages on it and then you can ship it anywhere nationally and everybody can understand. Bill has all the answers as always. Starting beef with the Americas. It's okay, they can take it. Quebecois people are famously chill about their language. Yeah, province. Please don't get me in trouble with the province of Quebec. Yeah, we also had like French immersion schools. Some people I would have gone to high school with would have had a French immersion public and or primary school that they went to. I hear a cyber. So they would be much more comfortable with French than I would be, or people I went to public school with would be, because we just didn't do as much. There's French classes every year, but you're not speaking French ever. So it leaves you. I don't know why I picked all those up. You're having instruction leaflets with 50 plus pages, two of which are English. You think one could get away with speaking English there at all? Feels kind of weird. Where, in Quebec? I mean, some people have to because they only know English. And I would assume that most people are understanding that you're from an English-speaking part of the country. But it would definitely be considered polite. Well, actually, I don't know. I would assume it would be considered polite to try to speak French. Just put in that effort. But you do hear stories about people in like France where they'll try to speak French and their accent's so bad that the French person will be like, please, stop. Don't even try. It's an incredibly hard accent. I embarrass myself every time I even try to fake it. You're waiting for Quebec to invent Q-pop boy bands? Clémence joue au Doom? Very bad game of Doom? Is that what that says? There's 10 guys after this guy. I guess we gotta do something through the blue key door, and we didn't kill those Manx. You hear that the French peeps really don't want to talk to anyone any other language than French, in France that is. It's possible that's a cultural thing. I try not to accuse you of doing this necessarily, but I always try to be hesitant to like assume anything about a whole group of people, because there's probably like any number of people in France that are like, no, I love it when people try to speak French to me. SoBad plays Doom. Oh, oh, I should have clued in on that. Because you put Treymal as one word with the capitalization. I didn't clue in, I'm sorry. Oh, we have all 3 keys now, okay. So we should be able to go back to that triple deep door and finally be done the map. Am I going the right way here? No, I'm not. I'll check the map in a sec. It is interesting, though, those kind of cultural differences. I remember being in Cuba once as a kid, and it was really hammered home. They were like, try to speak Spanish whenever you can, because the people really appreciate the efforts, which I think is sweet. Nice poison timing. Thank you. Is completely intentional, obviously. Oh, duh, I need to go back through here to get back. I have to run through damaging floor again. It just wouldn't be... It wouldn't be Arrival if I weren't running through damaging floor. Especially if I am running the wrong way. No, this is wrong. This is wrong. It's up here, maybe? Yeah, this is the way. And then I need that skinny bridgey thing again. Which is like, we gotta go out and wrap around. Speak Cuban, please? Well, I don't think Cuban is a language. Is it? Am I crazy? I thought it was Spanish. I thought they spoke Spanish mostly in Cuba. But I don't know any Spanish. I'd be just like, you'd like order a drink from the bar and you would just say por favor, right? Instead of please. And supposedly that was just a nice thing to do. This way? This way. No, Bella. No, you're speaking Cubic. We're close. We're looking for Cuban, if you can. Cuban YouTuber you follow speaks Spanish. I'm pretty sure it's Spanish. I'm pretty sure it's majority Spanish. Like, absurdly confident. But if there's any I don't care about the Zemanx. If there's any knowledge base that I'm the iffiest on, it's like geographical, historical knowledge. I'm not good with that stuff. It's just English and Haitian Creole. Billa? Oh wow, that took you way too long. Billa. Yeah, that was a solid joke. How did you get the superscript in the Twitch chat? And also I'm impressed that my little app here that shows me the Twitch chat supports the superscript. Map 8, Bloodstone Citadel. Char map. Very cool. Very cool. What time is it? 4:18? This might have to be the last map today. I've got a hard cutoff. Pardon me, cutoff at, I want to say 4:45. I know that doesn't make it sound like the hardest of all cutoffs, but it is. I gotta be somewhere at 5. I don't want to be late. You may never believe this because I'm always like a minute or two late for my own streams, but I hate being late. Ooh, a little pacifism. Hey, shoot these guys. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh! I don't have a backpack yet. I wasted so many of those. There's Caco's behind me. Nice. Thank you, Mr. Caco. Well, this is different. This is a much hotter start than we've seen so far. I mean, they've always been active, but this feels actually dangerous. Your app has Unicode support and even custom Twitch emotes. Oh, I guess that makes sense. I mean, yeah, you're right. I can see my own face, and I have several times. Why wouldn't it be able to do superscripts? Ridiculous. You'd be amazed how many stupid questions I can ask. Like in one sitting. No! Okay, let's hope I didn't need that plasma for anything. We've definitely always had too much ammo, so I'm not going to worry about it. Now let's try and... not those guys. Oh, there's a BFG there. Very cool. Someone attempted to speak French on Doom World, and that started a lot of drama. Wait, really? Like they just started a French thread? I never know how I feel about that, because on the one hand... I need a drink of water. I respect the idea that, like, if the majority of countries on Earth can speak English as a second language, and you want your website to be English so that everyone can participate, or as many people as possible, then you don't want to see French threads pop up, for example, because it's exclusionary, maybe. Yeah, and easier to moderate. That's a great point as well. But it does seem weird that it would cause, like, a big kerfuffle. You would think it would just be a polite, like, hey, you know, more people can participate if you post in English. Ban all languages. No more languages. You had a chance. One of those languages messed it up for everybody else. No more languages. can't be trusted. I'm holding all the languages in at recess until we get to the bottom of this. Easy to hide slurs and local slang in other languages that won't show up in Google Translate. I suppose that's another good point. It makes me a little sad that that's something we have to be concerned with. But it is a fair point. To run through damaging floor again. God, that's so depressing that you have to be like, please speak in English so we know you're not being racist. Like that it's that common of a concern. Oh, there is a trooper. Okay, all's well. Except for the racism, that's not well. But I guess that's life. People will be getting up to what they're getting up to. You gotta be on guard. Return to hieroglyphics. Return to Monk. Evolve to crab. Have you ever read that thing that's like how crazy it is that so many different things independently evolved into crabs, and that crab form may just be the superior life form? That's the end game of all evolutionary cycles, is to become a crab. Pocky can't say you've watched it, but you did find amusing it was being aired on a national TV channel at the same time as the Queen's funeral. The Emoji Movie. Oh, the Emoji Movie. Whoop. And yeah, I don't know what language that is nearing, but I respect your right to speak in it. You just might not get anybody here talking back to you. Drama mentioned above involves someone pretending to have a French friend who never seen Doom before, drawing up Doom maps, makes mistakes, and gets exposed. Oh, just weirdly lying about it? What's the point? Why do people lie about pointless things? I wish people didn't lie at all, but at least with pointful things, you're like, okay, there was something to gain. But why lie about that? I feel like I'm missing context that would help that make sense to me. Have I saved? I can't remember. I probably just saved. It's got really quiet after this hot start. Grab a rocket launcher. I gotta work on how terrible of a speaker I am. Oh boy! Okay, hold on. This is a thing now? Okay. Made it through. Oh god, you're using plasma while I was also firing an E3M8. Almost blasted your eardrums out. Sorry, I'll try to keep it down. Did I push that rev off? It looked like his corpse fell off the edge. Someone's trying to punch me. Smitty's got some more energy in it. Grab the invis. So you gotta. So people just lie constantly about little and big things, just how they speak. Yeah, I noticed when I was like way back in high school, I would catch myself lying about things all the time and not know why I did it. And then, you know, sometimes I would correct myself and be like, I'm sorry, that's not true. And then people would look at you weird, like, why did you say it if it's not true? And I'm like, I don't know. And then other times you just wouldn't, you just let it slide. You get lazy and you're like, ah, whatever. I won't correct it, it's meaningless. But I never knew why I was doing it, it really bothered me. So when I hit like 19 or something, I just decided that I didn't want to lie again, like ever, to anybody. Because I was worried about what was happening in my brain, that I was lying automatically and unconsciously. And then it was like a tough habit to break, where you just catch yourself telling a pointless lie. Someone would be like, how's your day? And you're like, ah, not bad, I was late this morning. And I just wasn't. And I'd hear myself say that. I'm like, what are you doing? That's not true. But, you know, you spend a couple years just obsessively correcting yourself anytime you say something untrue by accident. And kind of irons out the habit, which is good. Listening to this album in Arachno is great. The Arachno, is that sound font? I've been hearing about that a lot recently. Is that a new sound font that's come out? Or was I just out of the loop before? I'm gonna grab this Berserk because I hear more specters. You're raised in a way not to lie, so this is really funny to hear. I mean, it's good. It just shouldn't be lying to each other, you know? It just causes problems all the time. I don't even like the white lies. You know, what I love so much about my buddy Dave, who comes by sometimes, he's the best guy in the world, is from like kindergarten. He would just be brutally honest with you. And you could ask him a question like, you know, does this shirt look good on me? And he'd be like, no, you need to put a different shirt on. And at first it hurts because you're not used to someone in doing that, and maybe you were just insulted. But eventually you just appreciate it. You're like, okay, great, thank you. I asked and now I know. And I can absolutely change my shirt. Thank you for paying me the respect of just trusting that I was adult enough to handle the honest answer to the question I asked you. Here, I go sound is 2 years old at this point? Okay. Must be a Bader Meinhof thing. I'm just hearing about it all the time now. If you like this map, you don't know what it is about it. The layout's just really open. You can move around a lot without giving you too much space because you can fall off. The damaging floor is degrading because you can get out pretty quick. Yeah, and there's a couple rad suits so far. I wish I could say I've been like consciously playing the map and forming an opinion, but we are fully on autopilot here. as is the way of SoBad. Hey, Chill Monkey, thank you. Finally some good content. I wouldn't go that far. We are wrapping up soon, I'm sorry to say, but I will be back to my regularly scheduled festivities. I didn't even notice my rad suit ended. That's embarrassing. So yeah, hopefully hope to be back around more often and catch you coming by. Some people mistake honesty for being a dick. And some people kind of use honesty as an excuse to be a dick too. But yeah, there's definitely kind of just culturally, I think we're not used to honesty. People think that it's a kindness to hide information from people. And it's a very insidious trap to fall into because it kind of is a kindness right now because people aren't used to experiencing the honesty all the time. So it's not totally wrong that someone will have a better emotional experience up front from the dishonesty. But I just don't think it's worth the investment, and we could just be more honest more often, and then that wouldn't be a problem anymore. If you look awful, if you look awful because you're sick, please don't tell you. Okay, but then don't ask, because why ask then? Right? The onus is on you to not ask questions that you don't want to know the answer to. Whoa! I feel like that's the only reasonable takeaway. But I've been wrong before. Beer doesn't help you make any sense. Have you considered that you may have a problem? You also veer into brutal honesty sometimes and it goes really poorly. There's definitely, like, it's an art form, right? If you're worried someone's gonna take something wrong, then you've gotta, like, ask yourself, how can I give the honest answer? Fully honestly, not hold any of it back, but in a way that it's gonna be taken well. And that's a two-player game. Hey, Dreams. Because it's the other person's responsibility to be secure enough to accept the answers to the questions they ask. And it's also your responsibility to not be a huge uber douche when you're giving the answer, you know? But I just don't see any reason to be lying to people about things like that. What did you just walk into? I guess we're talking about the philosophy of lying. And we're playing Arrival. And I'm heading out in 15 minutes, so hopefully we can get this map done by then. Not asking questions you don't want answers, good practice. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. There's nothing worse than a trap question. A question someone asks you, and there's absolutely a wrong answer, and they don't want to hear it. Don't ask that question. That's not kind. Those, like, test questions. If you have, like, a bad partner, bad girlfriend or boyfriend, and they'll ask you, like, oh, you know, what would you do in this situation? And you give the honest answer and it's wrong, right? It's not cool. Don't do that to people. Just be happy not knowing the stuff that you couldn't handle knowing, or get to a point in your life and personality where you can handle knowing these things. 70% of your emails sent at work is finding a way to politely tell people to fuck off. Per my last email. Does this dress make me look fat? Again, like, if they're asking that, and my opinion is, if you're a good friend, you give them the honest answer, but you give it kindly. You know? And, you know, it's harder when they word it like that, right? They're kind of trapping you with that. So I think their part of the two-player game they've kind of boned you on. Not a very kind question to ask. But balls in your court at that point, you know? Had some questions about philosophy lying in the oral exams today. Oh, interesting. Did you lie? Luckily, you never lie. Right on. And I know we can trust you because you said that and you never lie. You know what's so nice about never lying, though, is just not having to keep track of a web of lies. A web of which stories you've told which person, and, you know, how you're presenting yourself to people individually. Kindly say you're fat anyways. Yeah, sweetie, it doesn't matter. It's not the dress that's making you look fat. Yeah, you can definitely be kinder than that. Honesty's better. Yeah, I think so. You had a boyfriend who would ask you loaded questions like that all the time. You're clueless and always answered completely honestly. It actually dealt with it quite well. I mean, I still think that's the best policy, because if they're being a jerk and they're going to punish you for answering a question honestly, then that tells you to leave the relationship. Win. And if it's not a trap and it's just hard for them to hear, then that helps them to grow and accept things like that. Win. And if it's not a trap and it's easy for them to hear, then bam, you just get to be honest with each other. Like, I don't see the downside. You sure all 50 of poor Ponky's uncles can attest to his honesty? Yeah, he does have quite a track record of uncle having and truth telling. You always say that you're not smart enough to remember all the stuff you said. Exactly. I remember being so stressed as a kid where you'd like tell your mom a lie and then you would have to just like remember the specific lie you told her and keep it up, and then you'd tell someone else a different lie. And as somebody who has enough anxiety already, I don't need that in my life. I'd rather just be upfront about who I am and what's going on, and then you can decide to leave if it's not your bag. Okay, well there you go. Like, that's, again, I'm sorry that happened to you, but that's the win of the situation, right? Is you might not have found out if you were trying as quickly or as obviously. If you're skating around those questions and trying to answer strategically, then maybe you're still in a relationship with someone who's not a kind person. The only good way to lie is to convince yourself that what you said is 100% true. Exactly. The George Costanza way to lie. So it's not a lie if you believe it. Let's take these guys out quick. Actually, like one rocket would... No, they're too firepower, but like 2 rockets? Oh, never mind. We're just gonna miss. Missed again! Tragic. Yeah, a tough life lesson to learn is that if you react negatively when you ask people questions or you ask them for feedback, all you're doing... 5 rockets. Sorry, I went over budget. All you're doing is training people to not be honest with you. And then it's your own fault that everyone in your life mollycoddles you, and you can't get honest feedback on your art and your work. Can't get honest answers to questions because you react poorly when people give it to you. And that's just not a tool you want to have missing from your life. So you really need to just ask them a question like, hey, you know, I wrote this script. What do you think? And they need to be able to say, honestly, I couldn't even finish it. I'm sorry to say, it wasn't for me. And on top of that, I think there were maybe some issues with it. And you just have to be like, okay, great. So like, where can I start? You know, what's an example of something I could work on? And if you react like that, then people get more and more confident with giving you the feedback you need. And everybody's happy, especially you, because you become a better artist. And you're not forcing people to lie. You feel very called out. Come for the doom, stay for the philosophy. I feel like we may be stretching the term philosophy a little bit, but I'll take it. You'll soon finish your novel's second draft. Need to ask for feedback soon, dreading it. Yeah, if it's that, but that's something you need to really consider about yourself if you're afraid of the feedback you're going to get. On the one hand, I would ask you, haven't you done the best job that you can? Are you worried that you didn't? Do you think you didn't do a good job? That's one thing you should explore. And the second thing is, it sounds like you're self-worth or your ego is somehow tied up in the work that you've made. And that's a risky thing to do and a way to go about it, right? You should be able to feel excited about getting negative feedback because it's going to make your work better. So it's normal. There's nothing like inhuman about it. It's a very normal thing to be like, oh no, what if people don't like this thing? But you have to try to look past that to the benefits of, well, if they don't like it, they'll tell me why, and then I can make it easier for more people to like it in future, and I'm better. But it's like a little kind of yellow flag that goes up, you know? You're like, wait a minute, why am I so nervous about feedback? Am I too wrapped up in this? Am I too invested? Should a criticism of my work be a criticism of myself? I have a BFG, what am I doing? Whoop! Problem solved. You can always do a better job, though. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's just making sure that you've done like the best job you could with the time that you've been given, you know, or as close to it as you can. All feedback's useful. Oh, it's a lack of feedback that, yeah, oh, for sure. That's the worst, right? I have a buddy I always send comedy scripts for feedback, and he always loves them, but he never has any feedback. He's just like, yeah, man, that was really funny. Like, I liked it. And you're like, what can I work on? And he's like, I don't know, I think it's good. So it's nice, but it's useless. It's useless feedback, right? And then you gotta start asking yourself, did they not say anything because it's so bad that they were afraid to give me their honest opinion? Or did they not say anything because I just nailed it and it's perfect? Or are they not saying anything because giving critical, actionable feedback just isn't a skill set that they've developed? Sometimes it's that. Sometimes it's tough to be able to articulate what you don't like about something, or even know yourself why you like or don't like something. It's its own skill set, right? Asking yourself why you're nervous about criticism. Exactly, yeah. Some feedback is BS, it's also important. Absolutely. Absolutely it is. Some feedback's just irrelevant. Some feedback's wrong. Sometimes you gotta be really careful about it, but sometimes someone will say, oh, you should have done this instead, and you really weigh it, and you're like, no, there's no way that's true. So you have to be able to, you know, put your foot down and have faith in your art and your process, but that really should be your last resort, because otherwise most people just stick to their guns no matter what. You give them negative feedback and they're just like, nah, you're stupid. And that's also not a good way to get better. But it happens. Some people just give garbage feedback and they're just wrong. That's what you always end up saying when you playtest a map. Your issue is you just like Doom too much. If you get no feedback to address a default to, it's so bad they can't even begin to describe why. And I mean, it could be, but it could also be great, or it could be that you're not giving it to people who are talented at providing feedback. So you could try a different group. Or if you're really worried that it's genuinely that bad and people aren't being honest with you, then you should try to find some people who absolutely just don't give a shit about your feelings, don't even know you, and ask them and see what they say. See if it changes or if there's still sparse feedback, right? You wish people who don't like your videos would tell you why, but they just leave in the first minute. Only hearing from those who like them is nice but unhelpful. I don't think it's necessarily unhelpful. It depends what's being said, but positive feedback, I'm so lost right now. Their lids swelled up due to the negative reaction? What comedy did you write? Okay, hold on, I'll get to that in a sec. The one quick thing I wanted to address that I've already forgot we were saying. Oh yeah, positive feedback is very helpful, but I think it's objectively harder feedback to put to use. It takes more effort on your part as a creator to put positive feedback to use in a beneficial way, where it actually informs the rest of your work. Whereas negative feedback's so easy, because people are like, this sucks, and you're like, okay, I'll change that. But on a surface level, when people say, oh, this was great, you're like, well, that doesn't help me, because I'm just, what do I, leave it the same? But it's not about changing that thing, it's about understanding what's so great about that, and trying to paint with the same brush over the rest of the work. So it's tricky. But if they're not giving you any feedback, they're just like, this was good job, then, you know, that's useless, of course. Read this bad moonshine of comedy you brewed. Need to be careful that the feedback isn't centered entirely on your expectations of material rather than execution of their ideas. Another great point, right? And that's why giving feedback is its own skill. You just gotta be... You gotta be so careful that you're giving fair feedback, and it's not easy to know what that is all the time. So you're always gonna have your own kind of implicit biases and tastes. So it's tough. So I usually decline to give feedback on things that I am not into bigly, you know? Someone was like, hey, I wrote a horror novel. Can you give me feedback? I would just say no, because I don't read horror novels. So I don't know what's good. I don't know what I like. I can't be helpful there. People say this sucks. You still don't know what sucks. Need to be specific or why. No, that's true, yeah. But at least you know that's what you need to look at to change. There's something that needs to change. Whereas if all they say is vaguely this is good, then there isn't even the question of changing it, so it's even worse feedback. This is now a motivational doom screen. Hey, sorry, what did Ponky say? I missed it. What comment did you write? I also write when I'm extremely bad at it, and the last thing I wrote caused someone to go blind for 2 days. Oof, that would swell up due to negative reaction. I mostly write sketch comedy and pilots, like comedy pilots for fun. Is what I like to do. But I've written the odd, like, article. Like one of those, like, cracked style. Well, not cracked, 'cause it's not a list. But just one of those, like, fake news articles. I've written 1 or 2 of those. It's mostly just scripts. Most of the nonsense you wrote is very not safe for work. Whatever your bag is, man. Whatever you like doing. Kill this Rev. Not liking my health situation. I also haven't saved in a long time. No, I just saved. Wait, did I just save or has it been a long time? I'm watching myself play in the same way you're watching me play, except that I'm not paying attention as well as you guys are. You think that there's no real point trying to be objective when giving feedback, so you think feel as creators sift through it? Of course, yeah. Of course. But you should just try to, if you know that it's a super biased thing you're saying, like this genre sucks, then I think it's polite to try and preempt it with that. You could be like, this is me talking, but I don't like this thing ever. I think you shouldn't do it, but it's me. There is no objectivity. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the subjectivity is implied. You know it's my opinion because I'm the one speaking. But I think it's still polite to be like, oh, I think this doesn't work in a way that's measurable and more common and can be explained, versus I hate this because I've never liked it. So deep. There's a secret at the bottom of the stairs? Is there actually? I never know. I never know if I can believe a thing Ponky's saying. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna trust you this time. Bottom of the stairs. Where were the stairs? Down here? Because we're having an honesty stream. Is there, do you know what the secret is? Good luck finding the stairs. I think this is the stairs, right? They're all over the place. Oh, okay, we've reached cutoff time. We've got 40 enemies left. All right, we're gonna finish this in the next couple seconds. Get ready, everybody strap in. This is about to get crazy. We must be near the end. We only need 1 more key. Oh, no, it's a Baron. Oh, it's gonna take forever. Thought it was that super swallow with stains. Oh, okay, no good call out. That's what I was thinking as I went down there. But it didn't work out. Okay, the Arachnotron is teleported away. Looks like I can get the blue key now. It's good enough. And then grab the... Oh, the blue key grab from down here. Ponky never lies, he's just sometimes wrong. He's just sometimes wrong on purpose. I don't know why I'm hearing so much teleporting. I'm gonna assume it's just souls and move on. Okay, we gotta get to that 3 key thing. I don't remember where that was. So you remember where that 3 key thing was? I don't see it. Oh man, we're so close to done. I don't remember. I don't remember where it was. There was a room that had 1 of each key on the walls. Oh, it's here. Okay, okay. Am I giving anybody secondhand stress right now? by myself. Just being so stressed myself about this. Here it is, okay. Yeah, we're hitting this. And this. And this. And they're all teleporters? Okay, that was a mega armor. Is that not what I was supposed to be doing? There. There! Okay, look at all this stuff. This looks good. Big final fight time coming up. Yes, this looks final. Okay. Okay, we have time to try this like one time. Never mind. Stressed about the other commitment. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm stressed about. What? Okay. Why does it have to be 2 cyber demons? That takes famously long to do. Kill this guy quick. He didn't die? No, the arch fell. Okay. We don't have time. Damn, it's 2 out of 1. Okay, I do have to go. We're close. I'll keep the save. Next stream, we'll pick up where we left off. We've got like 3 more maps to look at. That'll be fine. Oh, I had a BFG! Oh, Ponky. See, that's the kind of actionable feedback I need in my life. That's exactly. Your 2 biggest fears are being late and running out of gas. You tried eating more beans. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for coming by. That was super fun. Yeah, we'll finish this off. What day is it today? Wednesday? Finish this off on Friday. And then I don't know what's after that. I don't plan these things ahead. Your 2 biggest fears are forgetting how to count. That's pretty good. If that was off the top of your head, that's pretty good. So you're late, playing Doom is a legitimate excuse. No worries, no worries. Yeah, that was a ton of fun. Okay. Vial's on. Rating Vial is my other pastime, so we're gonna rate him. I hope he's doing something cool. And yeah, I hope everybody has a great time. Great time. I'll say hi quick and then I'll run off for my meeting. Thanks, everybody. Peace out.